This episode brought to you by Calamari, the new restaurant from Molly Ram, with such things as artichoke hearts, beef hearts, steak fry hearts, and all the hearts you can rip out.
Hey everybody, we're watching Indiana Jones and the Temple of Doom, and you are listening to Miscast Commentary.
You're listening to Miscast Commentary, where two guys have seen way too many movies and have way too much time on their hands.
I have come here to chew bubblegum and kick ass. All out of bubble.
Now here's your hosts, Joe Finley and Todd Murray.
Hey bad boys and girls, welcome to Miscast Commentary. I am Joe Finley.
I'm Todd Tebow, the Sailor Man.
And look at, we're in the same room for the first time in a long time.
He's not actually touching me. He's touching a dummy. He
This is
sliced me in.
I can't do it. Like, that's not out, you know.
Right there.
That's not a reminder for them. That is a reminder for you. I
think
could
I
edit
threw
you
my
into
neck
this
out.
thing without any.
Am I here? What?
I'm just gonna start doing commentaries, and it's just gonna be me talking, and then every now and again I'm just gonna hit one of these, and it's gonna be like, they don't make them like this anymore, baby. Look at the explosion.
Boobs! Boobs!
It's all quite impressive. We are back with our Summer of Sequels. Well, I was going to do that in post, but thank you. Thank
Too
you.
late. I just did it. You don't need it. You know, I'm here. That's why I make the big bucks, okay?
That's exactly right.
Yeah.
So no sense in wasting any time. Let's just get right to it.
Agreed.
And let us press play.
Now.
And we're in. We're in like Flynn, baby.
And here we go. Look at that old Paramount fucking
We can hear
logo.
the movies again.
I love this movie. Like an old coin.
It
Like a
is.
coin.
I like this a lot.
I love this movie.
It is a great
love
movie.
this movie. And as we watch this movie, I want everybody to know that I also really actually like Crystal Skull.
Mm-hmm.
I really like it.
It's like
It has really dumb things in it, but it's watch this one.
Yeah.
This one has more similarities with 4 than any of the other ones.
I would actually make the argument that this one has more corny, dumb stuff.
Oh, absolutely.
And
That's what I'm saying. Absolutely.
Yeah, and I think it was to offset the darkness
Scary.
of this one. Yeah.
Yes.
So, something right off the top, something for everybody to learn about.
Goes.
For something for people to learn about both of us. Todd and I actually featured in a high school performance of Anything Goes. Todd played the
Anything
priest
goes.
/ con man. And then I played one of the in this original script. It is drunk Chinese people, and we even then we thought better of it, and we were drunk Texans because fuck Texans.
Yeah, that's right. Everything's bigger in Texas.
Fuck Texans,
Especially the fucking...
except their power grid because
Yeah,
they keep fucking.
Even in whatever language this is,
Yes.
Taiwanese,
Yeah.
I'm sorry. You know what? I want to apologize right now to the Taiwanese government for saying that they were of Chinese descent. And I also apologize to John Cena for apologizing to them.
Yeah.
Anyways, even in this language, whatever language they're speaking, I still know exactly what they're fucking saying. And I'm not even kidding you.
Oh, absolutely.
I don't think I can do word for word, but I know once you go, anything goes.
Yeah,
we
yeah.
were in this musical.
Yeah. And though I'm not a
We
great
never wanted
romancer,
to be in a
I know
musical.
that of time. Oh no, we got stuck to it. We got
Oh
stuck
yeah,
with it,
well
but
no,
it was-
because what's his name? The musical teacher was like, he pulled rank. He's like, we're doing a musical this year, and I actually really enjoyed it. In the end,
we
I
had
really
fun.
enjoyed it,
and you had a great role in that.
Yeah, I really enjoyed it.
I'll tell you, I'm going to tell you an embarrassing story about me because I had always really wanted to just leave that. Like, that was something Todd was very interested in. I thought it was cool, but I was just like, that's going to be Todd's thing. I'm going to have my own thing, and it's going to be fine. And then it was for this movie because you had done the previous play, which was, what was it? It was the
Done to
mystery,
Death or
Done to Death.
something, yeah.
Yeah. And then this one was coming around, and there was a big cast, and they needed a lot of people, and so the teacher like literally asked me.
It was much better with you and Dave and everybody there.
Well,
oh my god! Like,
I mean, I was happy to do. I was happy I did it and all that, but it was just one of those things. And then she. Kate, and then she literally asked me. We were at like Costco, and she ran into me. She's like, "You should really do it. Think about doing it." And then I remember
this.
Yeah. And then I remember going to her office and being like, "I'm in," like in the stupidest goddamn way.
No, it's like in those movies, like you're all we've got.
But there was
going in.
Yeah, but there was a genuine piece of me that felt like I was giving her some random gift. I had like 8 lines in the whole play. Like it was not many, except the one that I improvised that one night when the main dude forgot his lines, and I just said, "This is awkward."
Probably me.
No, it was Marcel. The guy who played the main dude.
It was like this is that play. I had to say a line.
Yeah.
And then when I said the line, oh no, sorry, it was like I had 2 lines.
Yeah.
The one line I had kicked in everybody's last line.
Yeah.
And then my last line was like the end of it. Yeah. And I fucked it up like twice.
That's
where it was like I remember saying the line and then being like, oh my God, like there's all these characters had one last thing to say. Ba, 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 and when I didn't,
I remember
it didn't ruin the play or anything, but at least, it was one more line from them. Yes. And it was like, and I kept fucking saying the last line and I was like, God damn it. Like, that haunts me to this day.
I'm sorry.
Haunts me to this day.
So the guy here playing Lao Chi, his name is Roy Chow. He was in a movie we've done before. He was Tanaka in Bloodsport.
You're talking the guy with the gun.
The guy in the middle.
Oh, him? I thought that was Sonny Chiba.
No. And he was also in Game of Death, the Bruce Lee movie.
Yeah.
And on top of that, he was also uncredited in Enter the Dragon. Almost everything else is like Chinese.
He played the dragon.
Yes, he did. He entered and then he left.
Yes. Nobody said anything about me leaving. I just had to enter.
He came in and he goes, exit, stage right even. Good God. Weird. Like,
okay, so he's now doing a deal.
Yes.
She works for Buddy. She works at the club. Mm-hmm. I don't know what's going on here. Is Indy giving them something? Mm-hmm. And then they're giving him something in return.
Yeah,
some jewel, some priceless artifact. That's Steven Spielberg's wife.
Yeah, but wasn't at the time of this.
That's
they
right.
Didn't get married. I didn't realize how long it was. They didn't get married till 1991.
Yeah, because Steven Spielberg was a good man.
Yeah.
He's not going to be one of these pieces of shit like Angelina Jolie and Brad Pitt.
Oh, my God.
They just fucking bang on set and you go, fuck them.
They were banging on the set when they banged on the set when he went to Friends for that one episode.
Exactly. Yeah. See, probably
right in
poor
front of
Jennifer
her.
Aniston.
God.
Oh, my God.
That woman's a saint. So we'll talk about the writers. So it was written by Gloria Katz and Willard Huyck, who wrote American Graffiti, Howard the Duck, Radioland Murders. Huyck also directed Howard the Duck. But it was supposed to be Lawrence Kasdan writing this again, and he heard the story treatment that Spielberg and George Lucas came up with. And I'm going to tell you right now, the whole treatment of this like the theme of this episode, at least from my research standpoint, is that George Lucas, his only successes are people shutting him down. Because this whole movie is just him having an idea and everybody going, nope, we're not doing that.
No fucking way in hell.
And that was basically how this went. So just remember when you wish that even after you hated the prequels, that when he didn't do the things everybody was clamoring for him, they're like, oh, George Lucas should have done the sequels. It's like, no, because you fucking hated the prequels.
Yeah, exactly.
And your favorite friggin' Star Wars movie was the one he didn't direct. So.
Oh, they just poisoned him. Yeah. I like his suit.
I was going to say, it's really nice looking.
I just read that they've, not Lawrence Kasdan, sorry, Mangold.
Oh, James Mangold.
James Mangold is making the new one.
Yes.
Because the studio sat too long and Spielberg's like, no, I'm not fucking sitting around for this. Yeah. I'm going to go do something else. Mm-hmm. He's obviously going to have a big deal with it. Oh, yeah. And I'll bet you this is going to be like one of these like poltergeist things.
Yeah.
Where, he's going to be there.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
You fucking know he's going to watch it and be, this is his fucking baby, right? Mm-hmm. And they said that, oh, fuck.
Oh, I liked this.
Oh, shit. Another one of Indy's friends dead.
Always, right?
But they said there's going to be a scene. Apparently, there's a large chunk of the movie that takes place back in time.
Oh,
The
interesting.
Nazis are the bad guys.
Yes.
And they said that it's during the space race, but there's a
Yes.
scene that goes back in time that fixes something from the last one.
Oh, interesting.
And they said that they're de-aging Indy because of the suit. He's in the suit.
Oh, okay.
I guess they saw him in the suit.
Yeah.
They're like, they're going to de-age him digitally de-age him for the,
What if he becomes the Hulk in this one?
oh my God. And he kicks Thanos' fucking ass.
That'd be amazing.
Fucking right he does.
Awesome. Talking about Spielberg, he's got obviously West Side Story is coming out pretty soon.
Yep.
He's got a movie called The Fablemans coming out. It's actually based on his own childhood. It's starring Seth.
Holy
That's
shit.
so good. It's starring Seth Rogen, Michelle Williams, and Paul Dano.
What is it?
It's called The Fablemans, and it's based on like Spielberg's life.
No way.
He
oh, that's right.
He co-wrote it and directed it.
Yeah, Rogan's going to play his like favorite uncle or something. Yeah.
Yeah. And then what's it called? He's doing one called The Kidnapping of Edgardo Mortara. Pretty dark story. It's about like a bunch of Catholics kidnapping a Jewish kid and baptizing him and raising him Catholic, and they're trying to rescue. Like it's a pretty like
It's probably a hard drama. That
and then it
sounds
gets
like a
all
heavy drama.
and it gets all geopolitical. Yeah, he doesn't really fuck around when it comes to Jew stuff.
Yeah.
he's like Jew stuff gets pretty serious for
Yes,
me,
it
which
does.
I understand.
Unless it's that Schindler's List. Hilarious.
Yeah, that was a romp. But he's also obviously producing Jurassic World Dominion, Indiana Jones 5, the Halo TV series that they're making.
Really?
Yeah, he's so into video games. He was like, he's always
well,
trying
he
to get
did
involved.
Ready Player One, which is a killer movie.
He was also going to be in Mortal Kombat, like legit.
Steven
was going to be,
Spielberg.
he was going to play the director at the beginning, Johnny Cage's
No
director.
way. For
But-
real?
Yeah, but then he couldn't do it at the very last
Like
minute.
he was actually going to be in the new Mortal Kombat movie.
No, in the original one.
Oh, the original one.
Yeah, he agreed to do it, and
No shit.
and then he had to drop out at the very last minute, and so
Oh my God, that's hilarious.
you'll notice that the guy who's in it looks exactly like him.
I
and
am
it's
going to
Eric
say
Clapton.
something right now. Okay.
Yeah,
Steven Spielberg is the greatest director that has ever lived.
I can't disagree with that.
Like straight up and down.
He's
He
made
created the summer box office.
Yeah.
He created fucking everything.
yeah, and just on top of that, he's made more different types of movies than anybody.
Oh yeah.
And like,
I feel the only director that's close to him is Danny Boyle.
okay,
Danny Boyle makes dramas, horror, like just all across the board. And when you watch a Danny Boyle movie, you're like, who directed this? And then they're like Danny Boyle, and like, holy shit,
yeah, exactly. No, I'm on board with that as far as versatility is
he's
concerned.
Two-Face in here.
Yeah, I know,
Not
right?
Two-Face, and he's what's his name from Flat Top?
Oh, okay. Dick
Dick
Tracy?
Tracy.
Yeah. And what else is he producing? Oh, he's doing Tiny Toons Luniversity. That
Oh
show's
my
coming
God.
out. The new Tintin movie.
Oh, are they actually doing it?
There's 2 and 3.
It's supposed to be Peter Jackson directing it.
Yes, I believe it is. And
That's
he's
the deal
producing.
they made.
Yeah. And then he's also producing a new Real Steel and announced as a new Gremlins.
Fucking right.
So it's just go for that
Oh,
guy.
Gremlins fucking 3.
But that's the thing that people got to think about for Spielberg too, because Spielberg's a very hands-on producer. So then when you know about the things he also produced, like the Goonies,
Club Obi-Wan.
Yeah, I know, Club Obi-Wan. I love that. But like the Goonies, Back to the Future, Gremlins, all these things, like those are all like they're not true Steven Spielberg movies, but
they
they all have his spirit in
You
them,
know
right?
that it does, because
Yeah.
oh fuck yeah.
Oh,
No time for love. He's like, I'm gonna rape a bitch right here in the car.
Yeah, I know.
Nope.
This is Kiwi
There
Kwan.
you go, bud.
his antidote. Yep. But this is that's Kiwi Kwan. You know him obviously from this and from Goonies.
Yeah.
And this was his first movie, and obviously Spielberg brought him on to Goonies as a result. But
Short Round should have been his buddy in one of the movies. An older Short Round.
that was actually what they were pitching for this one. They were like an adult Short Round should
man,
be
totally.
And I was like,
And they
if
could
you-
deal with like Asian culture, Asian ancient artifacts, right?
Oh, that'd
because
be
he's
great.
there. Yeah, man. And then it wouldn't be the Nazis, it would be like
a
the
Secrets of the
Emperor
Great
of
Wall or
China. Yeah,
something.
like the Emperor of China's secret dudes.
He comes across Matt Damon, who's fighting aliens on the wall.
Did anybody see that movie? Even the Chinese.
Yeah, that was actually what was crazy. Like, I can't believe how much money like the Chinese were putting into a bunch of like movies, because that was a fully Chinese funded movie and all that.
Yeah, well,
and
they do a lot of the ones with Arnold Schwarzenegger and Jackie
Yeah,
Chan.
I texted you about that the one day. I was like, it blew my mind.
Yep.
He
I
played
watched
like
some of it, but it had like subtitles, and I was like, "What the fuck?"
What, just for when Schwarzenegger's speaking
yes,
English?
Exactly.
You get the
Everybody else was totally fine. Everybody else was totally fine. Yeah, all the Asians, anybody was totally fine.
So this plane we're about to see, yeah, I believe it's that one. It's an actual like 1933 airplane. Like they got a legit one. That same plane appeared in a video with Amelia Earhart for like an ad, for like a promotion thing for some airline.
We missed something because Dan Aykroyd or something is like the driver of that one car or something.
No, he's a pilot. So
he's a pilot. Oh,
yeah.
He's coming up.
But anyways, that plane, that plane is legitimate. Like a 1930 something's plane. So he's not in this plane. So thankfully, he travels a lot. Indy.
This is why Steven Spielberg is the best, because that was the opening fucking sequence of this movie, and it was like 20 fucking minutes long, man.
It's that same thing.
That's what I'm fucking talking about.
It's the same thing that I love about Bond movies. Bond starts you off with like a set piece.
Yep, exactly. Yep.
It's like, because there's
a nice piece of action to get into, you know?
There's nothing like putting you at your like base tone for the day right off the bat. They're like, this is where we expect you to be for the duration.
Yep.
And we're putting you there. Harrison Ford was interesting. We were talking about Schwarzenegger a second ago. He's producing a miniseries called The Staircase. It stars Colin Firth and Patrick Schwarzenegger.
No way.
Yeah.
No shit.
His son is co-starring in a miniseries produced by Harrison Ford.
No shit. Mm-hmm. What a fucking weird world.
It is a very weird
What do you know?
And then Kate Capshaw, obviously, she was in Black Rain and Just Cause, as well as this.
Oh, is that the Great Wall?
Yes, it is.
Looks like it. Look at that, eh?
There was actually
Nice
originally
scenery.
supposed to be a motorcycle chase on the Great Wall, but China didn't approve it.
Yeah, I guess not, right?
Mm-hmm. Well, again, Matt Damon was fighting there. Well, you could have, but it's probably
to be the real deal, right?
Well, but also it's probably very expensive to like, because then you'd have to make multiple stretches of the fake wall.
Yes. Yes.
That's the one thing I didn't look up was the budget for this movie. I know how much it made. So let's just assume it made a fuck ton.
Yes, it
like,
did.
In profit.
Look. Now's the time they're passed out. They're like, wait until they're passed out because they've gone through a lot. They're going to pass right out, and you're just you look back, and then when they're passed out, you do it. You do it, bro.
Was that the first ever corduroy drapes? Like it was all like corduroy.
Not the first.
Yeah.
I was just asking recently. I was like, what happened to corduroy pants?
People caught
like
on
nobody
fire.
wears. Yeah, it's like
people like jogged across the street.
You can't sneak up on anybody. You can't like
too many people whose thighs touch now.
It's like crinkle cut fries. It's like, get the fuck out of here.
Yeah. Crinkle cut fries. That for whatever reason they always bring me back to Marine Land, which by the way, fuck Marine Land.
Yes, they just got rid
Texas,
of like
all the belugas.
Yeah, all their belugas were transferred out.
Yeah, but now
hopefully they'll take everything else. Mm-hmm. Oh fuck.
I really feel bad.
I hate when that happens. Fuck.
I really feel bad for Kate Capshaw's.
She can't grab the thing. She's got to be like, Indy, you'd grab them.
And that's my thing.
We both don't know what to do, but you do it.
Yeah. She's an infinitely useless character in this. Right. And I feel bad because it's like, Karen
I like
Allen.
her, though.
She's fun.
Because she's like annoyingly like fucking like, she was like Miss Piggy or something, right? Like. So Miss Piggy would take control of this motherfucking planet.
I know. So this movie, for people who don't know, is actually a prequel to the original one, and a lot of people thought it was because they didn't want to like besmirch the love. Yeah.
So this is technically before the first one.
This takes place in 1936. The first one takes place in 1939. But what happens is. A lot of people thought that because Karen Allen wasn't in it, they didn't want to like hurt that love story or something like that. So they're like, oh, this has to take place at a different time. George Lucas just didn't want Nazis. He didn't want Nazis to be the bad guy in this one. He wanted something else.
And it's like, listen, he's like, dude, listen, is George Lucas a Jew?
No.
Yeah,
Spielberg
is. Spielberg comes to you and like, we're using the Nazis. Don't just fucking, okay.
Yeah.
Okay, yes, we're using the Nazis.
Yeah. Just give Spielberg a bone.
You're the guy that comes up with the ideas. Yeah. Spielberg's the one that makes you $1 trillion, so sit down and shut the fuck up.
Spielberg points and says, you punch the Nazis.
Exactly. Exactly.
So this was an interesting thing. This actually got tested on Mythbusters.
Yes.
Season 3 of Mythbusters, they tested this.
Did it work?
No, very much. It very much did not work. Their dummy died every time. They actually brought it to life with magic.
I love it. It's a fucking movie. Fuck it.
Well,
right?
yeah, and that's fine. Like, they're not discounting that it's fun. They're just saying, like, they're just curious.
There's no way it's gonna happen.
It's just scientific curiosity. Would that actually work?
Look at that old, Star Wars explosion.
That's exactly what that was.
That's a fucking total Star Wars explosion.
It was 100% just like put on there. So we were talking about Kiwi Kwan too. So obviously Goonies. He was in Head of the Class. Which I believe I mentioned during our Goonies episode, but I don't always remember. He was in Encino Man in a small role.
Oh my god! Look at
And then he acted up until 2002, and then did nothing. And then 2021 he has a thing again. He was in a movie called Finding Ohana on I think it was Amazon. And then he's in a movie coming up called Everything Everywhere All at Once, starring Jamie Lee Curtis and Michelle Yeoh. I've never laughed so hard at a premise for a movie before, because it just sounded like somebody just like, for Christ's sakes. It's about a 55-year-old Chinese woman trying to finish her taxes. But it literally says it's about it's not like a 55-year-old.
I know this. It starts it right, and then she probably goes to Jamie Lee Curtis, who's a tax agent. Who's like, I get, I just love the synopsis. Yeah,
I just like, because somebody was doing the IMDb thing, and they're like, well, you got to put a synopsis in. It's like, if it was like a 55-year-old Asian woman goes to do her taxes. Period. Gore. You're just like, whoa. I'm not on board for that.
See, this is what I say when I say that this movie is the most similar to the new one, Crystal Skull, because of just like the nuke the fridge. It's a fucking movie.
What?
Yeah. It's not real. It's a movie. Shit. Yeah. And this guy, he's for real.
Yes.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
I love this movie. I love the lore of this movie. Yeah. There's no Nazis. They got the kids in the diamond mine.
Yeah. Yeah, there's a lot going on in this movie.
Fuck yeah.
And this is the only one that has nothing taking place in North America.
This is like the Halloween 3 of Indiana Jones.
Yes, except Indiana Jones is still in it.
Yeah.
And there's no masks.
There's masks. There's masks.
Yeah, that's fair enough.
Here we go. Look at this fucking place.
So Kiwi Kwan, he actually got this role. He got this role in that almost annoyingly cliche way, where he wasn't the one going to audition. It was his brother was coming to audition.
And he's like, wait, that guy's way more native than you. Look at that guy.
Well, and that basically I guess he was telling his brother what he should do, and the casting agent come out, and he was like doing the acting to like teach his brother how to do the acting, and they were like, you're in the pictures, kid. So basically what they did is they brought him into the room, and Harrison Ford was there testing with the kids. So they did an improvised scene. I always really like this. It's like that demigod scene that made me mad at Superman. But
no, they know who he is. They know who he is.
Everybody knows Indy.
No, because it's in their it's probably in their lore.
Yeah.
Like somebody comes and saves them, and it's him. Yes. Look at them worshiping him.
Yeah.
And this is not like, I feel like it's more than just like, oh, it's a white man that's come here, so he's going to save them. They're like, no, they know someone is going to come and save them.
I was legit going to say, though, I've heard a lot of stories about, white people going to like small villages like that and stuff, and they come up and touch their skin, and they're like,
they've never seen a fucking white person before.
I know.
So I would, what the fuck, like?
I get it.
Yeah, fuck yeah.
But
I'd eat it. I don't eat anything. I'm the biggest fucking, like, I don't eat fish, anything, but if this was it,
I was going to say, it's all that stuff, but you're also not rude.
Yes, exactly. Like, and then look, he says right here, it's like, this is more food than they eat in a week.
Yeah.
Eat it.
Yeah, she's a bit. Speaking of which, I'm right now listening to the audiobook of Jurassic Park.
One.
I was but like the original, the Michael Crichton novel, and like, and it's because it just occurred to me. I was like, I wonder what that's like. So I
heard it's like way more violent.
It's crazier, but then there's just some weird choices. They make some characters they're so much more unlikable in the thing. They switch the kids, so the kids are like, the boy is older and is the computer one, but also is the dinosaur. The
Right.
girl is like younger and useless. All she does is complain and fuck things up. So like she literally, there's one spot where like they literally just escaped a dinosaur, like a T-Rex by like this much, and then she's like, I'm hungry. And then they're like, well, we can't eat right now. I don't know what to tell you. And she's like, I want food now. And then there's like more dinosaurs. They're like floating on a raft down a river. And there's like Dilophosaurus like right there. He's like, be quiet, be still, be quiet. She's like, I could do whatever I want.
Oh my God. I'd be like, grab her, throw her right to the dinosaur. See you, bitch. Get the fuck out of here.
And then they go through all that, and then they're back in the place, and then it's the two kids. You know the big kitchen scene in the movie.
It's like right near the end.
Yeah. So
anyway, maybe 3/4.
Yeah, ish.
Yeah.
And but it's just her demanding ice cream. She's like, I want ice cream. It's like, I can't find the ice cream. He's like, I can make you anything. Like the stoves are working. She's like, I want ice cream. And I'm just like, and then the boy is the one who's fixing the computers and thing. She's like, what does this do? And starts like pressing buttons. He's like, stop. And she's like, I want to press that button and I'm just going to do it. You can't stop me. And then like she grabbed an item that he needed. And then he's like, I need that right now. And she's like, I get to use it first. And I'm just like, every single thing is just stab her in the throat and be done with it.
Get the fucking rid of her. Like, dear God.
And they made John Hammond, like, John Hammond is so lovable, even though he's fucking up.
Yes.
In Jurassic
he didn't
Park.
mean it to go as far as it did.
Like he was a dreamer and it just didn't go right.
Right.
But this guy, like, he's like money grubbing.
That's
and he's
why
a bit of an
Steven
asshole.
Spielberg took the story and changed it.
He made
to
it
make
so
it
much
way better.
He made it
just
so
like
much
when
better.
fucking Kubrick
changed
changed
Shining.
The Shining.
Yeah.
If you read The Shining, it's like it's so ridiculous. It's like this is fucking dumb as shit.
I remember watching the miniseries of it that Steven Weber starred in because they were talking about it's the book. Of the two, this one is the proper adaptation of the book. So I'm curious to see how it looks on screen in comparison. And it was, now granted, it only had like miniseries money, but it was still garbage.
Steven Spielberg, like I said, knows who to collaborate with. He knows what he's doing. Mm-hmm. He's and this is what when you read about or hear about Kubrick and him working on AI, artificial intelligence.
Yeah.
They argued back and forth over who would direct. And Spielberg was like, Kubrick, he's like, you direct the movie. Yeah. I will produce it. And Kubrick was like, no. Kubrick was like, no. He's like, I'm too meticulous. He literally said, he's like, I'm obsessed. Yeah. He's like, you're the best director. He's like, you direct it. I will produce it. And they went through Spielberg had to literally take his fucking, his fucking whatever. It's not on your phone anymore. It comes out through the fucking thing. Like I send you something and it goes, the whole piece of paper comes out of the fax fucking machine. There you go.
There we are.
So he had to put the fax machine in his.
I thought it was a shitty roller coaster.
Oh no, it also could be Blanca from Street Fighter. Yeah.
Speaking of which, that guy could be Blanca.
He's Dalsum.
No, the guy who plays Dalsum is in this movie. Actually,
what?
Legit.
No way.
Legit.
Okay, that's got to be him right there.
No, because he's like 100 years older than that guy was in that movie.
Is that him?
Yeah.
That blonde woman?
Yes.
Is that?
Could you imagine Kate Capshaw as Dalsum? That would be hilarious. So
her big long arms.
So here's one of my favorite things. So George Lucas, he hired Willard Huyck and Gloria Katz to write the thing because they had such extensive knowledge about India. This movie was, they were supposed to shoot in India. They wouldn't let them shoot because the script was brutally racist. Mm-hmm. And they banned the movie in India. You cannot watch this movie in that country.
That's hilarious.
So I was like, these guys know India so bad.
The roving rape gangs were like, we hate this movie. This movie makes us look really bad.
Yeah.
It's, what, I put this movie in just the whole, like, we're making movies. I swear to God, they do the same thing over there. I don't watch their movies, but I'm sure we're the bad guys. Yeah. Who gives a fuck?
Yeah, I know.
You need a foreign
bad guy,
whatever, blah, blah, blah. Fucking right.
It's really weird. It's like,
and it's how do they make them look like the bad guys? Like, he's saving these poor innocent children.
It's not that they make them look like the bad guys. It's just like, there's no,
there's no calls to rip your hearts out and do Kalimon with the Donkey Kong underground railroads and blah blah blah.
I'm gonna assume no, but I'm also like I think because like all they show like and like they show like a lot of it is considered blasphemous because he's got like the cow horn like helmet like.
Oh yeah, God forbid.
Well, literally for them. That's.
Don't watch the movie then.
Yeah. Well,
Don't
they didn't
watch the fucking movie.
and
then.
they didn't.
Yeah.
But so they ended up having to shoot this in Sri Lanka because they wanted like them to change a bunch of
Fucking
of
right.
stuff.
Who cares? Shooting Sankara.
I don't know.
Shooting.
That's it. Sounds like it sounds like a kombucha drink.
Kombucha.
Kombucha.
Sankara.
You know that was like a mad
That's good.
painting.
I know it looks good. Though. It looks really good.
I'm very on board though with the idea of like an older
Dude,
short round.
would you give a shit if
Yes.
like there was a fucking movie and the bad guy was like this Canadian guy that rode like a moose
No.
and like threw beavers at people? Like, who gives a fuck? I would have been like, this guy's awesome. Like, look
But
at the
I think
beavers. Like,
yeah, I think it's really at a time when like picture like all media, like any like American movies, because like these are the ones that go out to the
especially now.
world.
Could
Yeah.
you imagine this now?
Oh, absolutely. Because like,
Like-
but these are the movies that like go out to the world, and they're trying to say like, oh, this isn't who we are. But then they're like, that's all they show. Like, had they gone to like just Mumbai for a little while and it was just normal and stuff, and then they went there, they're like, oh, okay, well they were in India and then they encountered a cult. But
this
that's literally
movie-
all you
no,
see.
but this movie's not saying that
Yeah.
everything is this
No.
place. They just landed in a place, and this place is like this.
And I don't disagree with that, but it was just
You know what
that
I
was
mean?
just
Like-
like there, yeah. It's like
oh my god,
yeah. I don't know. Everybody wants to like be like at least have like when it comes to this stuff. I'm sure everybody just wants to have like some kind of positive light.
Yeah, you'd rather not have your country seen in a negative light.
Yes.
Then yeah.
Yeah.
I hear that.
And it's like
yeah.
so it's not that they only showed this. It's just that they failed to show anything
else. Yes.
I think
What do you
think
mean?
again.
These
I'm not
people are
speaking
good
for them.
people.
These ones were I agree, but
They're God's people.
mhm.
Uh-oh, you gotta get these stones, brother.
You know who he looks like? He looks a lot like the guys who play the one guy who played like the scale double of Frodo in Lord of the Rings. He's just like a stretched out version of him. Wait, is that okay to say?
Wow.
So
Wow.
two people who were up for the role of Willie, Kate Capshaw's character, Sharon Stone was actually a top choice
Oh, no way.
for it.
I could see that actually.
Yeah. And who else?
Oh,
She
wait,
ended up
don't,
doing-
don't say it. Don't say it.
What?
What's her name from Sex and the City?
Who? Sarah Jessica Parker?
No.
Kim Cattrall?
Yes.
That's actually a very good guess, but it's not even close.
I could totally see Kim Cattrall as this
She
right
would be
here.
she would be very good.
Totally.
I 100% agree with you. The person who it actually is going to blow your mind because there's no way if I gave you 20,000 guesses and a list of all the actresses with blonde hair that you've ever seen, you still would not guess.
Let me one guess.
I'll give you one.
One guess.
One guess.
I know.
Seth Rogen. No.
Wow.
No. Marky Post.
Oh, what? Never would have got it.
That exactly
Never
right.
got it.
That was
Marky Post.
Marky Post was the other
Wow.
person. But Sharon Stone went on to do King Solomon's Mines and Alex Quartermain in The Lost City of Gold, which was basically meant to be like a ripoff of this.
I love it. She's like pouring perfume
Yeah.
down his
Yeah.
trunk hole.
Well, because he stinks.
Of course, he is knocking you off of him.
I know. She's really unlikable.
Yes,
Really
horribly.
unlikable.
Horribly.
Like you get on Karen Allen's side so quickly. You know, I'm very curious to know. Hey,
But obviously, right now, we're not supposed to like her. We're
Yeah.
we're annoyed with her.
Yeah.
The elephant knocked her off, and like, we're with the elephant.
yes, I would also like very much the person who wrote that really negative comment to us when we said that Leia was hotter than Karen Allen, and they wrote that. They took that comment down. I was going to make a T-shirt out of it. I still am.
Who did what?
I don't know. Whoever wrote the comment took it down.
Oh, well, that is bullshit.
I was like, I'm
you know why?
so
Because
bummed.
she realizes that
Yeah.
we're right.
Yeah, she's probably
You know we're right. Look at look. What? Who's hotter though? Out of all of them, is Kate Capshaw the hottest?
I know. I think like
Who's the other one?
early Leia. It was Leia, Kate Capshaw, or Karen Allen.
Kate Capshaw.
Oh, see, I say early Leia.
Absolutely Kate Capshaw.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Right here, like, she's so annoying.
Yeah.
I just want to slap her and fuck the shit out of her.
Oh, see, that's probably
little bitch.
I can't deal with annoying. Like if like I'm trying to think of what the girl's name is. Kate Upton. Like if Kate Upton, that was a great face. If Kate Upton came up to me and she was like, "I want you so bad," and then was annoying in like the smallest way, I'd be like, "Yeah, I'm done with this."
In the smallest way.
I have no patience for that. So this is actually the scene that was their like audition, but they had originally improvised it.
Like they're not even paying attention, they're screaming at every little thing going, right?
I know. So apparently she had to take screaming lessons so she wouldn't like blow her throat out because she screams. She has a scream like that like 76 times in this movie.
It's like all these metal dudes. You gotta work your throat. You gotta do the you know the exercises, or you're gonna blow your fucking throat out.
Yeah, it's so funny too because like people would be like, "Oh, that's not metal to like warm up your voice." Like, well, they want their careers to last.
And also, do you want to hear them rock at the concert? Then go fuck yourself.
Yeah. Otherwise, you're gonna hear
God. Are you a metal star? You gotta scream for 50 fucking concerts in a row. Now, fuck you.
Otherwise, you're gonna hear, "Take my hand, off to never, never land." You call him Dr. Jones.
That's right. He's a doctor.
Oh, that elephant is in the prime position to shit on her.
I know. That's what I thought.
Oh,
now they turned him. They turned him. I totally thought the same thing. It was a total anus right there.
I didn't like that. Or it's got tusks coming out of its asshole. That's also a possibility.
Oh my god! Like he ate another elephant. Now the only thing that didn't digest was the tusks.
I had the dumbest
I took a big tusker yesterday.
Oh. I had the dumbest like little giggle to myself the other day. I was watching this like nature thing, and it was just like llamas giving birth, and every llama just drops the llama on its head. Like when it comes out, it just falls on its head, and I just went, "Huh, maybe that's why they're so stupid."
She watched like 4 hours of llamas giving birth online.
It was a huge loop. I bet you could probably YouTube
what a
that.
boner.
When you're done YouTubing us, you to go do that.
Go check out llamas giving birth.
By the way, I'll remind now, if you're enjoying this and you're watching on YouTube, make sure to like and subscribe so you get the rest of our commentaries and stuff like that. And if you're on podcast mode, then make sure you're subscribed wherever that is.
Oh, she just gave a story there, a little bit of her past. Where she was like, my uncle was a magician. So
there was supposed to be a scene. There was supposed to be a scene where like the snake was literally all over her and she had like a legit panic attack. So Steven Spielberg said she didn't have to do it. And he said in an interview one time, he's like, "I'm pretty sure the only reason she married me is because I cut that scene."
He's so good though.
Yeah.
He's so good. Like Indiana Jones is dying in that scene. He's like dying. He's like, and then she's like, "Why don't I just pull my gun out and shoot him?" He's like, "I have a gun." And then Spielberg's like, "Oh my god, that makes total sense."
That's
like,
hilarious.
That makes total sense. Like,
well, he is a collaborator.
Yes, exactly.
Like he's a visionary.
And he's like, "You know what? You don't want to do this. It's just, you know, I mean, if it's something ridiculous, talk him into doing it. Yeah. But you don't want a snake climbing all over you. Then don't fucking do it."
Yeah. This is actually the first movie that he doesn't come into contact with a snake. The only Indiana Jones movie where he doesn't come into contact with a snake.
Really?
Yeah. And he does. He has a very brief,
because he freaked right there when she grabbed it through it.
Yeah, he has that's his only like even node of like being afraid of snake. But
that is another very good trivia thing.
Thank you very much. I try very hard.
No snakes touch Indiana in this one.
Yeah. If I'm lying, I'm dying.
Oh, you know what? This one has.
That's Dulcie.
The thing too with me in this movie, is that this whole movie is like this. Yeah. This whole movie is like traps and booby traps and like, holy fuck, we're going underground and this and that and like, it's awesome. I love this movie.
So beautifully shot too, eh?
I love it.
So beautiful.
Yeah. This is absolutely my favorite Indiana Jones movie.
Yeah.
Because it's the dark one.
Right?
It's the number 2. It's the dark one. Yeah. And oh, dude, when this movie came out, it was the same time, I don't know, as Scarface, but it was one of the Brian De Palma movies.
Okay.
And Brian De Palma was so fucking pissed off. Oh, because they made PG-13 for this movie.
It was actually, it's more than this though. I actually have the information about this. But yes, this was among the movies. Gremlins was also among the movies.
All Spielberg.
No, but there's two that aren't, and actually these ones weren't the first ones. But let me find.
Like they're like, we need somewhere in between because there's a group in between that's not PG and not R.
And I'll tell you why, because like in the UK, they already had this. So they had 18, 15, and 12 and PG.
Right.
And so this got a 15 there, but it already existed. And they were doing the same thing. They're like, okay, like this has a lot of violence, but there's no language or sexual, like the
and
kind
it's
of
bloodless violence.
And it's bloodless violence. So that was the big thing. But actually the first two movies to get a PG-13 rating were The Flamingo Kid, but it didn't come out first because it sat on the shelves for like it sat on the shelves for like 7 months.
Okay.
The first one to be released with a PG-13 rating was Red Dawn.
Oh, no way.
Yes. And then the next ones to come out were this and Gremlins.
Well, no, because because De Palma had said that he was so fucking pissed off that this movie with people getting hearts ripped out and like got a PG-13 and then his movie got an
Dalsim.
R. What?
That's the guy who plays Dalsim.
Oh, right here.
Yes.
There's the Hal Salam.
That almost.
See, this
There's
is the
Assalamu
influence. This is the influence that Spielberg has.
Yeah.
I am telling you right now that those two movies that you mentioned were not it. While Spielberg was making this movie, they made it now PG-13, and then those two movies just fell into the category.
Yeah, I don't know, because like
Abso-fucking-lutely.
Well, I know that those ones, like, that's definitely when the talk started. But yeah, the first one to come out, it's probably because these ones had so much post to deal with.
Whatever, exactly.
Yeah,
that's what I'm saying.
But that's why I'm saying that's why those ones came out first.
Yep. And then when eventually then the new rule was made, and then they're like, okay, well, this movie's now coming out here, and it's now
absolutely.
PG-13. This one's now PG-13.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
But I tell you, too, like, you know, whatever gripes De Palma had with it, it was the right thing to do.
Whatever.
But
it was totally the right thing to do. This movie is so for kids.
Yeah.
And everybody. Like, whatever. There's dark things.
Yeah.
But, that's the fucking, oh my God. There he is.
Yeah? Who? What?
Maybe you should correct them.
Oh, yes.
That's Buddy from The Shining.
Yeah.
Isn't it?
I don't know.
It is totally. I'm telling you right now, that's the dude from The Shining.
I'll look it up. The
ghost that talks to Jack Nicholson.
What do you give me if you're wrong?
A blowjob.
Yes.
With my feet.
That's not a blowjob. That's a foot job. That's already got a name.
Oh, yeah. Sorry, yeah. I'll give you a blumpkin. You can poop in my shoe and I've been
eating a lot of like roughage and stuff like that. So you're not gonna be happy with how this goes down. All right, let's find the trivia.
I'm telling you, it's him. It's him.
I hope you're right. I'm not rooting against you.
I can tell just by looking at him.
Oh, I didn't click on the right thing.
You got that right, girl.
So this was another thing too. So originally they were trying to figure out a way to get the all the thuggy cult like exposition through, and so they ended up going on this. And then who was it? Gloria Katz said, she's like, Spielberg and Lucas are like children. They just kept wanting to make it grosser and grosser. They're like, make them eat monkey brains and like all this like kind of stuff. So this is another big reason India didn't want it, because this is the Maharaja.
Oh, there he is.
And that's like a big figure for them, and they were like, we don't really like how you dealt with that.
Oh, God forbid. I know.
Yeah, no, I get it, but
it's a fucking movie. It's a total lie. That's like if somebody over there, like the Spielberg of India, made a movie where the Indians came to America, and it's like they're just doing the grossest things ever. Nobody would give a shit. Like, do whatever the fuck you want.
Oh, you're 100% right. Philip Stone plays Grady, the bartender. He's also in A Clockwork Orange. Oh yeah, that's right, because he's in a bunch of Kubrick shit.
Yes,
because he's also in Barry Lyndon.
Yes,
and he's in all sorts of shit.
I thought that was him.
He was also in Flash Gordon. That I didn't know.
There
well
he
done.
is.
Well done.
That's right. Oh, here we go. This is such a good scene.
Yeah.
It's all just for Kate Capshaw to freak.
Yeah,
That's
everything.
all it is. Here's Waluigi here. He's gonna eat
That
some
guy
like,
looks
wine.
like-
Look
does he not look
this
like-
is something
yeah.
they would literally serve you anywhere.
Does he not look like Horatio Sands?
Snake surprise. It's not a surprise if you've already eaten it once. You know
More
what I mean?
snakes.
It's only a surprise.
I forgot.
Yeah. Look, watch. And then the guy just eats raw snakes.
Wouldn't you? Then that's probably
He
another
just
thing.
eats
That
raw snakes.
That's probably another thing. Like India's like, yeah, we don't like do that. Can you
like,
maybe
okay,
not
wait.
include that?
If you think,
Yeah.
so it's called snake surprise.
Yeah.
What they really call, because the first time you order it, you cut it open, surprise, it's snakes. So it's literally like, look, he's literally eating just live snakes.
It should be different every time.
No, but I mean, if you call it like
a Kinder egg.
No, the only reason they call it that
Yeah.
is to throw her off.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's like if anybody's are we gonna call it snake surprise tonight because nobody's here to discuss them? Maybe we could just call it. We cut open a fucking snake and eat the babies that come out of it. I don't even think they come out with eggs.
Yeah.
We'll just cut them open and like as if the snakes are all eating it alive and then
Maybe
they
they
all come out. Like,
Maybe they stuff them all back in.
Yeah,
Like, they'll hatch from
right.
eggs and then they just open them out. One.
You know when it's or it's like Buddy back in the day where they said like Caligula parties where they filled his bladder up with like wine and this guy would come over and piss wine into your cup. Probably the same thing.
I get that done now.
The same guy that did Caligula's party. So look, now they're eating like beetle ass.
Yes. It's a shockingly cheap service to get that done, by the way. I had bugs from
Like this would be a thing, right? Oh, you're not eating?
I like because it's like oysters on a half shell, you know? Like it's just like
So I just peanut butter in there. That probably just so good.
yeah. I really like the she's like what's his face? Or Kiwi Kwan has such good chemistry with everybody in the movie. Like it's kind of a bummer that he didn't like become more
like bigger, yeah.
Yeah. Again, it's
it was the whole thing where he was like a stereotype character and then he just fell off, right?
Well, yeah, nobody hires Asians for
and
roles.
then when he turned to 18, he turned into Long Duck Dong.
Yeah.
Is that what happened?
Yes. he became Kenny Watanabe and like
into and then when Long Duck Dong turned 40, he turned into Ken Watanabe. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. All right. So
she's like, oh, this one smells good. Eyeball stew.
Yeah.
Human eyeballs in it, like what?
Yeah.
Like what?
They said that was a really hard shot to actually get because like the eyeballs wouldn't come up right and stuff. So they were like, it's just one of those really stupid technical things that like they're trying to nail and they just
like
couldn't
that
do
what
it.
they had to get right. Yeah, because they're just eating random eyeballs.
Yeah.
Nobody else has it, just her. She's the only one being served all this ridiculous shit.
Well, she was the one who said she was the hungriest. So like, just get the stuff that nobody else orders.
Oh, look, they're talking. He's already been here.
Yeah.
And he's like, oh, it's his dick. Oh, he said he'd cut his cock and balls off.
Yeah.
Or maybe just his balls and leave the dick, or the dick and leave the balls. This is the kind of kid that you need to punch right in the face. And we'll see later.
The fact that he's got like a British accent too, it's such a colonizer kind of thing. And I'm just like,
he's ashamed of what's happened.
yeah.
And I assure you, as much makeup as I have on,
Yeah.
I am not lying.
That's it. See, at least he's nice.
Don't apologize to a child. You're an adult.
Anybody who sits like that at the
I
table.
don't give a fuck.
Yeah.
You're telling me right now the child is the emperor and I'm supposed to like, you are a goddamn child.
Speak when you were. Oh, but you know what?
Here's dessert. Here we go.
So,
like,
Yeah.
whatever. Like this would be dessert anywhere.
oh yeah. So this is like I feel like this is the actual scene that made India not want to do this movie. They're like, oh, so this is what they think they're like the leaders of India are doing.
Like they can't even handle a little satire. You know what I mean? Like, right?
Yeah.
You know, this is the kind of thing that they should do at like Disneyland. Because, right, they own Indy. They should have the Indiana Jones land. And when you go to the restaurant, you get like chilled monkey brains. It's a dessert. It comes in the monkey head. And then it's like strawberry ice cream.
And that's what that is. That
right?
was raspberry. That was a raspberry
like
sorbet.
raspberry fucking ice cream or something.
That would be pretty cool.
Fucking
That would
right.
be-
Yeah.
And you imagine like walking through the Temple of Doom.
Yeah, cut open the snake and it's all gummy snakes. You pull out.
I'm not on
Fuck
board.
yeah, man. Oh, fuck.
Some nice rooms.
Oh, yeah.
It's a very
See, this is all women. She's looking at him. She's like, "Do not rape me."
Yeah.
She wants to rape her. Throw the apple in her mouth.
That's not. I'll go on record as saying that's not all women.
Oh yeah, look at that. She goes and steals it from him.
Yeah.
Maybe you could be a slave in my palace.
He did bring her. But
he
he brought it for her.
Oh yeah, of course. He just pretended he didn't.
So the movie made it made $33 million its opening weekend, which was mega gigantic for then.
Yeah.
It made almost 6 times what the second place movie did that year.
Nice.
That movie made like $6.8 million.
What was number 2?
The Natural.
Oh.
Yeah. And then you know what was number 3? Breakin'.
Oh my God. Breaking 2, Electric Boogaloo is like my favorite movie of all time.
Which, by the way, again, we remind people we are in the planning stages still for that.
We're gonna have a breakdown special
for the 24-hour.
You know what? We gotta throw down.
Mm-hmm. Well, now that now that stuff is like opening back up again, I can kick my wife out for 24 hours so we can do the stream.
We need to have the green screen up and rock.
Yeah. We
need to have.
I'll set up a side camera somewhere so like we can get up from time to time and do something. I'm down with that. So week 2, it was number 2 behind Star Trek 3, Search for Spock. But it beat new movies Streets of Fire and Once Upon a Time in America. It went down to number 3, week 3, behind Ghostbusters and Gremlins, which came out on the same day.
Ghostbusters and Gremlins.
Yeah. And then they stayed in that position for weeks 4 and 5. But week 5, Rhinestone, Karate Kid, Top Secret, and The Pope of Greenwich Village all came out, but they all finished lower.
Right.
And then week 5, it went to number 6 behind Cannonball Run 2 and Conan the Destroyer. And then it went to number 6, week 8, when The Last Starfighter and Muppets Take Manhattan came out.
Nice. That's the best movie of the whole lot.
You know what blew my mind, though? So just the other day, it was however long ago, it was like 40 years ago, or I don't know it was like 40 years ago to the day Raiders of the Lost Ark came out. And I was like, oh man. And then, so I was like, oh, so that came out in like late May or whatever it was, early June, late May, whatever. But then I had looked up just previous, because there was some like poll thing, and it was like, what movie was the number 1 movie on your birthday? And I looked it up. It was Raiders of the Lost Ark. So that means it came out in June, and in December it was still number 1.
Jesus.
Or at least going
Spielberg's
back to
man.
number 1. Like, just, man.
You can't do the same. You can't equate it to the same thing now, because it's like in one weekend, 800 million people go to see the Marvel movie.
Yeah.
These movies were made for so much less. Yeah. The box office, Spielberg's the king. He always will be.
Oh, yeah.
Always.
Nobody will question that. The people,
like
the Russos would tell you that. And
of course.
Like Endgame.
Of course. They're not dumb. They're not going to be M. Night Shyamalan.
Yeah.
Who came out in an interview and was like, there's only 2 directors in the world who know how to truly make movies, me and Spielberg. And I literally said 1,000 years ago, I was like, that's it. I was like, you're done.
Yeah.
I was like, there's no fucking way you can say that.
Yeah.
And every movie has come out with, since the first 2.
Yeah. You were half right.
Yeah.
Yeah. I would rather watch Woody Allen movies now, knowing what we know about him.
I agree.
Although I was on to him being, I was on to him being a super creep. So this is actually a big deal. He got really injured in this. He broke his back.
Really?
In this scene. They had to stop shooting, and he had to be flown to London to get like surgery on his back.
Like what? Like he broke a vertebrae? Like he broke a disc?
Yeah, he like cracked something. Like it wasn't like a full on like break, but he had to have surgery before he could return to the movie.
She's like, you better come over and fuck me. He's like, oh God,
those are his fingers
so
right there.
blatant too, right? Mm-hmm. She can't just sit in her room and think of that. She has to come out into the hallway.
Yeah. It'd be better if it was more crass and you hear him going like, God. He's like, are you fucking someone in there?
Coming. And she's like, what?
Yeah.
Help him, kid. Oh, there you go.
I love those punches, man.
There you go. Yeah.
They're the loudest sound effects. And it's not even something we thought of back in the day, right? That was is that the first use of the whip in this episode? Or this? Yeah, I think so.
Right up
this
the fan.
This was pretty dark. It was a pretty cool like thing though.
Oh. That is pretty dark, actually.
That guy was played by David Carradine.
No, he wasn't. He would have had his dick in his hand.
Yeah, he may have. He may well have.
Be gentle with
She's
me.
Weird and dirty. Apparently, there was a script that they had written that went unproduced for this movie, or for like another sequel to this. And I guess somebody asks about Willie in that. So the movie eventually became Kingdom of the Crystal Skull.
Right.
But like this was way back in like the like 90s or whatever. And so I guess in that they allude to her. And they're like, "Oh, whatever happened to her?" And she's like, "Oh, she married some big time director."
That's fucking awesome.
I loved it. Okay. It was a herniated disc he got.
Herniated disc.
But he had to have surgery on it still.
He must have been doing some of his own stunts or something.
But from then on, he couldn't do a lot of his stunts. So he had to be replaced.
Like, he couldn't even tell her, like, I'm looking for something. He had to be all, right?
She is down to clown.
Oh, of course he is.
But yeah, so anyways, so for the rest of his like stunts that he had to shoot still in the movie, he was replaced by his stuntman, Vic Armstrong. But like they didn't even have to, because they were concerned. They were like, well, you're gonna see him. Apparently Vic Armstrong looks so much like him, like in build and in his face,
you don't even notice
that you never once see it. They never even try to hide his face,
because he's like so much like him.
They don't even like do the low fedora
or whatever.
or something.
Like, oh, we just saw his face. We'll turn the camera, do it again.
Yeah,
no, they're just like, whatever.
No,
I love it. Fuck, who cares? It's a fucking movie.
What is it? It's like the
Fuck
beach.
it.
Was it the beach with all the clones? Which one's the one with the clones?
No, you're talking the one with Scarlett Johansson and Ewan McGregor.
Oh yeah.
It was called Clone High. No, it's called Clone Beach.
Clone face.
Clone. No, it was
Attack of the Clones.
It was
That had Ewan McGregor in it.
Clone Bone.
Yeah.
If you get fucked by your own clone, ooh, that's what the whole thing was dealt with.
That would be wonderful.
This is where we start getting into the Indiana Jones shit.
Yeah. But this one was fun though. I wasn't like, because they peppered in enough of like
they would keep that.
Yeah.
They would keep that kind of thing in the room they put you in.
Yeah.
Like, as if there's a thing you could find in your own room to find the secret passage. Like,
yeah. Well, maybe that's just what they think of white people. They're like,
Right.
white people are so stupid. They're like, you don't think for a second they're going to go play with the boobs on that statue? You are kidding yourself.
Gotta grab the boobs,
You know what you
lady.
gotta do. This is...
That's a gross.
It would have been better if she...
Whatever. They're all lesbians. You love it, lady.
It would have been good if she went like, and then was kind of like...
Oh.
Like, just, like, not
and
even
then,
too
and then it shows them here, and then
overt.
it comes back, and she's like a face, like she's fucking motorboating them.
Yeah. Oh, so that's what I meant to say. So the really old guy who you called Dalsim at the beginning there with the white hair. So he was, when he was cast, he doesn't speak any English, like not a word. So every line that he said in the movie was phonetically like repeated back from Steven Spielberg.
Oh, look at that fucker.
I know. Yeah.
Oh my God, look at that thing.
There's a leaf insect.
Jesus Christ.
But yeah, so literally, like, Spielberg would say the line really slowly to the
And the guy
Indian
would just
guy,
say it
and then he
back.
would just say it back.
Yeah.
So the big pauses between him speaking are just him waiting for Spielberg. Like, there's no
Tell him
thoughtful
again.
pause.
Yeah,
It's just like...
yeah, I love it.
Uh-huh.
Oh, fuck.
Yeah. So, you know how I mentioned that this was this whole movie was an exercise in...
He's like, I can't leave short round.
I know, eh? That was
He's
respectable.
Like, that was like in the first one. You think he's going to go under, grab his hat, but he's like, no. He's like, I can't leave short
That would have
round.
been best if he went under, just grabbed short round by the ankle, yanked, but he only got halfway. So this is hilarious. That has a credit in
What does?
that skeleton.
Like skeleton played by Chester Copperpot.
Nope. The skeleton was played by, and if you look up in the IMDb, he's played by Skeleton, who had credits.
What?
And I didn't write down all the
Dude,
credits.
we have to have a skeleton fest.
Okay.
Oh my
that would be
God, I need to know
hilarious.
every movie that Skeleton has been in, and we have to watch
Yeah.
them.
But let me read his bio that was written
Oh
for
my
him.
God, okay.
His gravestone did not have rest in peace inscribed, and was drafted into the Skeleton War, fighting bravely in the Army of Darkness till his death fighting Jason and the Argonauts, running off a cliff and sinking into the ocean, later regrouping with Jack Skellington in a haunted shipwreck. Eventually, the war ended, and he decided to become an actor. He struggled getting into acting school after getting kicked out of it repeatedly for not having facial muscles. Muscles
Just
spelt like
Keanu Reeves.
yeah, muscles spelt like the sea creature, not like the proper.
Oh,
muscle.
right. MUSSEL. Yeah.
Later securing his first role in theater as the Skull for Hamlet, where he met Vincent Price, and later forming a friendship and starring in House on Haunted Hill. And then just a piece of trivia about him, was going to appear in the film Rumble 2022, but died before he could accept the role.
Okay, so clearly from the first stuff, he was in Evil Dead: Army of Darkness.
Yeah.
He was in
Jason the Argonauts.
Jason the Argonauts. Oh man, this guy's been everywhere. If he was in Jason the Argonauts, man, he's been around for years.
He's an old soul.
Fucking right,
It's like him and Peter
then he was in
O'Toole.
Jack Sparrow. There, he was in Pirates of the Caribbean.
Well, they said Jack Skellington, and I was like,
Oh.
but that's not correct.
They meant Sparrow.
Well, that guy.
You said Skeleton. I thought Sparrow.
He typed a lot of shit wrong. So, anyways,
like muscles.
mhm.
Yeah.
So, anyways, just a few examples of how they kept shutting down George Lucas. One of his ideas, instead of having like this character or like Willie as the character, they wanted like a young virginal princess to be the one to like go around. And Spielberg, Gloria Katz, and Hike all shut him down. They're like, no, we're not doing that. and then Spielberg was like, it needs to be somebody who is like the opposite of Karen Allen. So we're gonna go blonde. We're gonna go so that's what they did with that.
Oh my god, those bugs are so gross. And now they're not there.
Yeah.
They were all around the thing, and now when she's putting your hand in there, there's like no bugs.
Yeah. Oh, she had to take like sedatives. Like she had to take like friggin' Prozac and shit before she did that, because she was
Look at these fingers.
Yes. Because again, she was having a full on panic attack. So she took some pills, and she's like, that worked. Like she was able to do it then. You know what though? I might legitimately feel the same.
Holy shit. None of this is her.
Yeah.
Like that hairdo, all this shit, whatever. Put your fucking hand in. How much money are you getting paid? None of the bugs are going to kill you. Put your fucking hand through there and do it. Like
that's definitely not her.
That's Spielberg in a wig.
Probably.
Oh my god, they're dead.
That was actually a thing because
look.
That was pretty cool. I like that. He's in a lot of movies where he's almost crushed to death only to be
yeah. Yeah, there you go.
And the John Williams
who
music
sets
too.
this up? Like, who the fuck sets this up?
Wouldn't you like? Oh, you
Look
know
at
what
him,
I
he's
saw?
just like, you fucking bitch. He's like, you fucking bitch.
Yeah, I saw. It was on TikTok actually. I saw a guy who built like a Hobbit door, like a round Hobbit door, but it rolled sideways like that. But you could see like the gears on the inside, so when it rolled, it like all kind of
You
like
can
it was
see all the
yeah. So it was like down solid, and then as it opened, like it would open up and become like transparent. It was really cool.
Oh, look at this! Looks like a big old mouth.
Yeah. So
stalagmites and stalagmites.
Most of the cave was in miniatures that was just like shot separately or in front of the camera or whatever, and all it was just painted like aluminum foil all shaped out and shit.
This is the shit right here.
This reminds me a little bit of Revenge of the Nerds too.
Oh yeah, when they're doing their like their ritual.
Yeah.
Look at this. Fucking right.
Oh, there's if this is the first sacrifice scene, there's some interesting shit going on here. The other thing that George Lucas pitched was he originally wrote a treatment before this story like came about, and it was actually going to be about a haunted castle in Ireland. But as Spielberg read it, he's like, this is like eerily similar to Poltergeist, my movie.
Right.
And so they're like, yeah, we're not doing, he's like, we're not doing this. But that's what I'm saying. Like, George Lucas is constantly coming up with ideas that somebody is saying no to. And if nobody says no to him, like where he has full power, like the prequels, it's the only time he had full power, then the audience said no. So it's like one of those things. It's like, he has a great mind for the big picture. Don't give him the details.
That's right. Well, like in the first two, it was somebody else directing them.
No, if the first one was him.
Or sorry, the second
and third were different people.
One was Lawrence Kasdan, and one was
Irvin Kershner.
Yeah,
and that was
oh yeah.
Ooh, the Thuggies.
Oh,
What a
the
terrible,
thuggies.
what a terrible
What's
name.
funny is that he knows them too, right? He says them, oh, these are the thuggies or whatever.
Here's Mola Ram. He's actually primarily an actor in Indian film. He shaved his head for this film, and like it became such an intimidating and iconic look that he kept it, and he actually became one of India's biggest movie villains
After this.
after this.
Of course.
But what else? So he was actually also in.
He's good. He's really good in this movie.
But it was this and Gandhi were the only two like non-Indian things that I could find.
Spielberg knows how to find people.
Oh, yeah.
Spielberg just finds, you're like, oh, fucking A. Like, awesome.
Well, but when you're like a real student of cinema like him, he's probably seen all his other movies.
Of
and
course.
shit like
Exactly.
that. Like,
Yes. Exactly. That's why he knows him.
Yeah. And he's like, that dude.
He knows the big actors on the Indian scene and this scene and that scene.
Absolutely.
And do you think this guy had a fucking problem with it? Nope.
No.
Because he's an actor. He's not an idiot.
Yeah.
This is cinema. It's a fucking movie.
I know.
Is this would anybody truly believe, even as a child,
Yeah.
did you actually believe this is what was happening there?
Oh, I was convinced.
Like, there's no fucking way. It's a Kalima. Kalima.
Yeah, he doesn't say a whole lot in this.
Kalima. Kalima.
You know who he looks like, actually? You get really rough when you're drunk.
I do not. Whatever.
This was something, eh? Like the heart rip. That was pretty
Oh,
dark.
yeah. This was the scene that Brian De Palma had a problem with.
Yeah. But you know what? Like, it's just dark. And look at he's healed up. There was no blood squirting out. Like,
and he's dead, though. He took his heart.
he's undead. I don't know what to do with that.
Oh, my God. The big chasm.
Yes. Yeah.
He's
So
still alive.
This is the thing that actually they Spielberg decided was too dark, and they had to like tone it down in post. So I'm just waiting for it to actually happen to be able to tell you. So
when he lights on fire?
When he lights on fire. Because
Yeah.
what they do is there's a dummy that's actually like programmed to writhe and stuff, and it looks so realistic and it's so horrifying that they were like, no. So they actually added another layer of fire in front of it so you couldn't see
Right.
it so much because
it
it
was
looked
way too effective.
It was like they were like he looked at it. He said he was horrified. Like it's
I wish
just
I could see that take. They should show that in like the
like a
in
DVD
the-
extra or something.
Yeah.
They probably do. I don't know. I don't like. I don't. That was. I like that the heartbeat is going faster as he's being lowered into the.
As if his heartbeat would be.
Yeah.
It's like it's still in conjunction
That's
with
way
him.
Oh.
And then doesn't it light on
he's
fire
not
when
even
he
the-
lights on fire?
I think so.
Oh, yeah, look, it's smoking.
See, look at that's where they added the extra layer, but like he was just. So you can sort of see what's going on, but they
you
just
can see him
added.
writhing. Oh yeah.
They could just added extra fire just to kind of add to it a little. Like, not for nothing, but wouldn't that cage also melt away?
No,
No?
it's made of adamantium.
Oh, solid.
Exactly.
Quite so. It's really quite like the contraption that this cult has built.
I know, it's unbelievable. It's like in Resident Evil where the whole castle like turns around and the whole thing moves, and I'm like, who the fuck built this?
Well, at the very least, that was like a high-tech company or whatever. Like that's something.
Yeah.
Like you could explain it away with, oh, they spent billions of dollars, but it's like these guys just had some slaves and they're like, quick, whip me up a giant statue that's also a winch, not a wench.
Yeah. Oh, there it is.
Oh,
There it is.
It's a butt plug.
Yay! Oh fuck!
Here's
Come
a
on, get in there,
thought.
short round, grab it.
here's a thought.
There's a couple papashangos.
Don't bring. Yeah, is it a Papa Shanghai when there's multiple?
Oh, like a cactus.
Yes.
You're right. Yes.
Oh, so
Oh
good.
shit!
Stick 'em in.
Here you go.
Those
I
are
think
those are the
little
biggest.
ones as his teeth.
That was the biggest candy corn I've ever seen.
Gross.
You know what you don't
This,
do?
what'd you get today for Halloween? Boom!
Just like
One giant candy corn.
Yeah. Can I just throw out a health and safety tip as the safety member of this cult? Don't walk backwards towards the fire pit.
Yeah, there's got to be the one guy,
Yeah.
right? Hey, hey, guys, come
Or
on,
at the very
come
least-
on, guys.
At the very least, have a spotter, somebody who stays back there, and then you walk backwards, and because you don't
Yeah.
want to turn your back to it, I understand, but
I'm
walk
here all
backwards, and
fucking
then I'm going
day.
to stop you.
I'm here all day and
Yeah.
night, filling out forms because
Yeah.
no fucking buddy does anything safety at all.
Yeah.
All fucking day. Like,
Yeah.
what am I even doing here?
Nobody cleaned up the
Oh,
bugs.
of course. No, she's totally terrified until like diamonds. She's like, oh my God, what?
Right. Well, that's.
I'll do whatever it takes.
Oh my god, she looked like Kim Basinger in that shot, actually, a little bit.
Bessinger.
Bursinger.
Oh, here we go. Look, they're backing up. Something's going on. Somebody's coming out. Saruman's coming out of the fucking lava.
I do like that he went to all the trouble to make sure that he saved a short round earlier, only to bring him to like. He's like, you're gonna hang out. Yeah, you're gonna hang out in the spot where they tear out your heart.
They maybe like get the hell out of here. I'll get you on this next thing. Get out of here. No, he's like, you come with me.
You go hide.
Come with me, bud.
Yeah, go hide in the farthest reach.
Oh shit. She's
that
like,
was
not worth it leaving.
I was just flat out gonna say that was the face of a bad kiss.
Yes. She was like, I guess all that. Like,
he still has feelings. See, this is the problem. He still has feelings from Karen Allen from the first time.
He still has feelings for Leia.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Always going for it. Oh, here we go. Come on, Indy.
God, these sets are so goddamn cool. And I like just like regular, like you could still get away with making a set like this and have a lot of it being green screen and get away with it. But like as much,
you have to have some things like the things he's standing on be for real, and the back wall and stuff.
Whatever you're directly interacting with, like like dust needs to be able to fall off the wall because you nudged it, and like stuff like that.
Is that Vishnu there?
No, I don't think that's Vishnu.
But in the back behind, they need to
show
the front again.
There's always a Vishnu floating around.
Look at this guy. Who's this guy? What's this guy's name? Is that Kali Ma?
I don't know. He looks like he's like a video game bad guy, though.
He looks like he's gonna. Yeah, exactly. He's gonna break out.
It's like when he stops and rattles his necklace. That's when you know to hit him with an wall. That's when you hit him with an arrow.
He only needs one. Take them all.
Yeah. Yeah. What the hell? At the very least, because then you could like throw them behind to slow them down.
If these things are so powerful, this one rock only fuels one tiny shit village.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? It's like, what do the other ones do? Then nothing else? Like, come on.
Are they is it the Triforce?
Whoa. It might be. That could be fucking Ganon right there.
Ganondorf. I like how they added the dwarf.
Ganondorf, because he's on his knees. He's got his shoes. He's like, it's me, Ganondorf.
Well, that was something because like they called him in, what's it called? In Ocarina of Time, he was Ganondorf when he was like in human form, Gerudo form.
Yeah.
And then I'm like, what the hell's that? Like,
oh my God.
Is he like half German, half Gerudo?
Maybe. Love happens, Joe.
It does.
Love springs.
Yeah, that's fair. Does it
just like for all skull hands here?
Yeah. Ooh, I actually moved the mic closer to my face without making noise.
Ooh.
I also haven't smacked it once because of the way we have the thing set up. It's not as in front of me right now. I can actually like move around.
I think he's going to the show. Oh shit! Nobody saw that guy climb up.
No, this is where you find out. This is where the actual banning took place. He comes up and she's like, "Oh no, a dirty Indian," and you're like, "Oh." And then Spielberg was such an artist. They were like, if you just cut this line out, we'll be happy to let you shoot in India. And they're like, nope, not doing it.
No fucking way.
We're moving to Sri Lanka.
It takes so long to get to this point too, right? Like
it really does.
Fuck, these poor kids.
Well, we were past the hour point. We were past the hour point when Molaram made his first like
Kalima.
Yeah, when he made his first like
these guys are awesome. These guys are so like whatever facing.
Yeah.
That's a white dude, totally.
Oh no, he is, but he's not just any white dude. That's Pat Roach, the guy the Nazi he fights in the first one who beats him up.
No.
Like at the plane.
No way.
The thing was they had a plan where he was going to fight Indiana Jones at every single one of these movies. And then get beat, like Indy would get beat by him. And so it's that movie, this movie. He's in the third one, but his scene got really badly cut down. Like, so the fight scene doesn't really happen. And he died before Kingdom of the Crystal Skull came out.
Oh, damn.
So they had a plan.
And Indy loses to him in every movie.
Yeah. So the idea was he's just going to get the shit beat out of him.
I dig the idea of the good guy losing to a guy, but still winning the war.
Yeah, but
you know what I mean? Like, I can't beat this fucking guy. Like, holy fuck.
But that's something that drives me nuts about, like, the Fast and the Furious, for example. They have it in their contracts that they can't lose a fight in a movie.
It's so ridiculous.
And
the fuck kind of contract is that?
And who was it? I learned this from
how does that diminish the character?
At all. And if anything, it helps the character.
Exactly. It makes you more human.
Rocky, in his first 3 movies, he loses 2 of his 3 fights.
Yes. Yeah. And he's still the winner.
And then he he's 2-2 by the end of part 3.
Yeah.
Like that tells you something.
Yeah, exactly. Like
Right?
what the
Like,
shit like.
But and that kills me. But that was why because it was Paul Scheer from How Did This Get Made? He knew somebody who worked on the movie, and said every single actor, like the main guys, all had it on their contract that they couldn't lose a fight, so they keep having to bring in more characters so those could be the people who lose fights.
That's amazing. Oh, drinking blood. They're almost like vampires, for God's sakes.
See?
Drinking the blood of people? Holy fuck.
That's been a really funny meme thing on TikTok they've been doing, where it's like a sound they play for black people. And it's like, you notice that they tell a lot of stories about vampires in Europe, but none about Africa. He's like, because holy water kills vampires, and I bless the rains down in Africa. I found it quite good. I like that he's petting his helmet.
Oh yeah,
he's
that's
got a
good
great.
excuse. Yeah,
you know who he looks like? Why am I not remembering his name right now? From Deadwood.
Oh, there's 2 more, so there's 5.
Yeah. Oh, okay. But he reminds me of the white dude from the British guy from Deadwood and John Wick.
Yes.
Why can't I remember his name?
What's his name?
I don't fucking know.
Swidgen.
No. Well, I don't know. I'm thinking his real name. That doesn't matter.
I know it.
Ian
totally.
McShane.
Damn it! I just had it.
I won.
It probably is Ian McShane.
Yeah.
So there's 5 stones. They should come back to these stones too. I'll bet you there's something in the, you know how they have the Star Wars stories, but they're canon, but they don't make movies out of them.
Yes.
I wonder if there's a story about the other stones.
That'd be interesting.
Or if Indy went back for the other stones, or where they are, or whatever.
That would have been a really cool comic. Did they?
Yeah,
didn't
exactly.
ever make a comic,
but I mean like a side story, but just the other 2 stones.
Yeah, but I'm just like, because Marvel ended up making Star Wars comics, which are actually really good.
Yeah,
I have this one.
Well, no, but they had Star Wars stories before, right? All these novels and of in between, and
I have this great compendium that takes place right after episode.
Oh fuck!
It takes place right after episode 3, and it's all about Darth Vader.
This guy looks like he's.
Yeah. I know. Yeah. What are you gonna do with that knife, Mister? Oh. But yeah, he. I don't know what I was saying. Fuck it. It's gone. It's gone. You distracted me with the skull. It's fine.
With the skull.
With a dumb guy skull. Yes. I like that he had to be telling this
Panic Idiot #2 in the Poseidon Adventure.
I had to do research when I was on Dueling Decades, and it was the worst of. And I found Beyond the Poseidon Adventure. It was a sequel.
What?
It's a sequel that stars Telly Savalas.
Oh my god!
But there's other people. Sally Field's in it, and all these other people.
Really?
It's a super low budget version. It's really cheaply made, and the whole idea is the boat is still flipped over, and a second rescue crew, one that's just late to the party, shows up, and they're like, "We got to go and check for survivors." So they go in the hole that the other guys escaped from,
out of,
and then it collapses. So now they've got to find their way out,
no
and they come across a bunch of survivors that the other guys didn't find. So like,
they left at some point. Yeah.
Well, no, but then now there's people who they left without.
Yeah.
So now there's like Sally Field,
like
and
the
all
old
that.
guy or whatever. Like,
And there was a bunch of those, and there was like the guy who produced the first one directed this one, and it looked and it was. They said it like the sets were garbage, and like so this whipping scene they did a great prank on. Harrison Ford, so he's tied up. I got to read it out just because like so much shit happens.
They used licorice whip.
Yeah, so they played. Yeah.
Oh my god.
They played a joke on Harrison Ford. So while he's chained there, Barbra Streisand comes out in a dominatrix outfit. She starts whipping him and saying, "That's for Hanover Street, the worst movie I ever saw." And then she whips him again. She goes, "That's for Star Wars, for making all that money." Then Carrie Fisher runs out and throws herself in front of him. Then Irvin Kershner comes out and goes to Spielberg. He's like, "This is how you run your movies?" So there is film of that.
Wait a second. Are you saying that's for real?
That happened on set.
That is for real.
As a prank, yes.
Barbra Streisand ran out.
Yes, and then like dominatrix whipped him. We'll see if we can find it afterwards because that
is honestly, I honestly think that is the best piece of trivia that has ever happened on this show. That is amazing. That's true. For real.
According to my research,
Barbra Streisand came out in dominatrix uniform.
Yeah. I'll have to see. Let me see if I can find it.
Oh my god, that is absolutely amazing. Yeah. I can't. Wow. Oh, look! Now he's like, he had some of that. They're like, "Don't eat the burgers." He's like, "Oh god, he did." You didn't eat the eyeball stew, did you? Oh, that'll give you the shits for days.
Well, it's here. Let me.
Oh my god, again was.
Well, we'll have to. Yeah,
Look
we'll
at the
find it
drippy
after.
candles. Can't we have a place like this to jerk off in? Look at this place.
No, those are not
Dirty.
drippy candles. Those are candles with drippy next to them. So.
Oh, he's been taken over.
Yeah.
Oh my god,
Ooh.
they've done it.
This
He's
is what made
evil.
him crash all those planes.
Yeah, all those helicopters.
Yes. That's all he does is
Oh,
crash.
Callista
shit.
Is he still with Callista Flockhart or what?
Yeah.
Oh shit.
There was a great video actually recently. David Blaine was at his house doing he's doing a new magic special or whatever, and he did the trick, and then like at the end of it, Harrison Ford's response, cool response. He's kind of like, whoa, like blown away, and then just looks at me and goes, "Get the fuck out of my house." And I was just, and he's got his earring in because of course he fucking does. Like, you're 70, dude. Let's all relax.
Get the fuck out of my house.
I
Oh,
do
here
want to
he
be in a
is.
cult if it's got a proper timpani.
No,
drum.
you know what? This is what I want to wear. Comic-Con. This guy's outfit. Blackface.
We can't do any more movies because your Comic-Con budget has gotten out of fucking
It's
control.
out of control.
I'm so bummed because this would actually be the weekend. Or this past weekend would have been the weekend.
Would
The
it be-
Comic-Con
would it-
normally
yeah?
would have been.
Oh, man.
That's
Oh, shit. There she is. She's really annoying. Just
Yeah.
let her go.
so
Fuck
he
it.
had a pretty I don't
Just
blame.
let her go.
Yeah. You'll find Karen Allen in a few years.
Oh,
again.
exactly.
But-
Plenty more where that came from, but
Yeah. But apparently, because he was going to be shirtless a lot in this and stuff, he did like a really hefty workout regimen. It's always funny though because they said his workouts included push-ups, calisthenics. I'm like, was this in like the 1940s? Like,
Yeah.
did they put that band around his belly and shake it? But like,
jiggle the fat.
yeah. But but Spielberg, to encourage him, agreed to also do the workout regimen, but he quit after like a couple weeks of it. He's like, yeah, I'm done. He's like, as it turns out, I'm the executive producer and director, and I don't have to do this
And I
shit.
don't care. Yeah, I don't care.
And I'm paying you.
It's
and you...
better that way. It's
Yeah.
better to see a real hero. Like, oh my god, every time
Yeah.
you look at The Rock, he's like gigantic.
Yeah, he's too big.
Like, wow, this is not even humanly possible.
Well, see, that's
for
why
Christ's
that's why
sakes.
Bruce Willis works so well in Die Hard.
Exactly.
He's in shape,
He's the
but not...
everyday man.
Yeah.
No, he's not in shape.
Well, no, but like I mean, like he's not
He's
like
fit.
Yes,
He's
that's
not
what
a
I mean.
ripped guy.
Well, that's
He's
what I meant
just-
by
yeah,
in shape.
Yeah.
Like he could, he's not gonna like wheeze to death if he runs a quarter
Right.
mile.
Okay, you're right. In shape.
Yeah.
No, that's correct.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's absolutely correct.
Yeah.
But when you see these Jews like Chris Hemsworth, have you seen Chris Hemsworth now? He's
Yes.
even bigger.
Yeah. Well, that's because for
Like,
that's for the Hulk Hogan. movie.
Like I said before, when it was like The Rock's like, you know what? For this role, I really had to dig deep and get even ripper. And it's
Yeah.
like, oh, great.
See, and
Wow.
that's the
Did
thing-
you take acting lessons?
Yeah.
Did you really dig into the idea of the character? No, he's like, I got to be even more ripped to be Black Adam. Like,
But-
good for you, buddy.
But I'll
Good for you.
give Chris Hemsworth credit though, because when he does it, it is really he's Thor. Of course he's gonna
Oh,
be big.
yeah.
He's Hulk Hogan. Of course
Yeah.
he's gonna be big.
Yep.
But when he was that fucking black hat hacker named Alex Stone or whatever bullshit, he was small again. When he was in Rush, he wasn't big. Like he was muscular, but
yeah,
not
but
like
he wasn't like, yeah,
jacked.
exactly.
But like he stopped, and like probably to his great joy, he's like, "You mean I don't have to pull a fucking car behind me everywhere I go?" Rad. Oh, do it. He should have just done it and said, "I don't know."
Look,
like, the
he
blood-
still, they don't
blood
even
would
watch
do.
these kids.
Yeah,
Like, she's giving him a weapon here, eh?
yeah, yeah. She really thinks highly of their relationship, where she's abused him and yelled at him and stolen his food. And
He's like, he grabs her face and he's like, I'm not hypnotized at all. You're a fucking bitch. And then he just closes the cage and sends her down.
and then he
Come
goes,
on!
and then he goes, swipe left, and everybody's like, "What does that mean?"
Yeah. Oh, here we go. Short round, you sexy motherfucker. Let's
Yeah.
do this thing, baby.
Oh my god,
I'm surprised that nobody got in trouble here because they're doing like Indian face.
Yeah. Oh yeah,
It's like a bunch of white dudes doing Indian face.
Well, that guy's an Indian.
That's all good. He's awesome too.
Yeah, he was really good. See, and that's the thing. You gotta like dip in. Like that was actually something. That's something I'll give credit to.
Ooh.
Yeah. like,
Yeah, girl, spit in my mouth, baby. Oh yeah.
I'll give credit to Vin Diesel for just 2 seconds, and then I'll take it away from him again. But when he did like that Triple X movie, he went all over the world and found like international stars.
Right.
So his movie would be bankable in every country.
fucking place.
She's like, I got this girl who's like a, like a Bollywood star.
Over
and I got
there.
this
That's
guy
cool.
who's like
that's not cool. That's
yeah.
pretty cool. Yeah.
And I was like, that's just smart. Because now you don't have to worry about like, oh, it's
Your
just like
own box office.
Yeah.
You can go international.
because there's somebody that everybody's interested in.
Can you imagine that? Like you're like the fast movies where they're so popular where you only have to be in one movie every couple of years.
That wouldn't be too shabby.
Look at this guy. Country, yeah, push it. Oh, that's an indie move. Look at that, boom.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's so weird to me because it's the second last movie and they're still adding characters.
I farted.
Oh, thanks.
Did you hear it?
No, I didn't.
It'll be good.
But yeah, but it's just so weird. Like they're adding John Cena in the second last of 10 movies.
And he's like, "You're my brother."
Yeah. Like
these
that's
movies have long
like that's fucking
given up
Bowfinger
on
level
any
shit.
kind of reality or anything. So just go with it.
Absolutely.
Like Jesus Christ, like just go with it. Yours, brother, whatever. Okay,
Cool.
fine. Yeah, I'm cool with that. You never mentioned him before.
Yeah. Yeah. And for somebody who says the word family 400 times a movie.
That's exactly what I was just gonna say.
Family.
It's all about family. Blah blah blah.
Except anybody else who came out of my mother's vagina
You know
because
it.
my
You know-
contract says that.
I'm telling you
that
right
can't
now.
happen.
F9.
Yeah.
John Cena's gonna be you. Like you talk about family. I'm your family, and you abandoned me.
Yeah.
Now I'm gonna kill your whole crew.
What? Are we about to have sex? Like, what was
I
that?
just farted. It was a love fart.
Oh, it
You
was.
can't hear my farts.
No.
With your stupid headphones on, you can't hear my farts.
But I can still see them. See? I like
Burn him.
I like that he
Burn him.
smiled. I like the idea that he smiled because he's like, oh, that's what it's like to slap a kid. I've always wondered.
It's surprisingly
Yeah.
very satisfying.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my god.
Uh-oh. Oh, that's heartbreaking.
Good job, kid. Good
Yeah.
job. Short round saved the day, man.
That would have been the best if he's like, I was always fine. It was a trick.
You're my best friend.
Oh, that would be.
That song should come on right now.
You know what? That would be.
Oh my god.
That would be the ideal end of this movie. Is they leave Kate Capshaw behind? I keep saying Cape. I just fuck it up all the time. And he's like,
Cape Catshaw?
Yeah, Cape Catshaw. But he just karate kicked him. Very poorly though. He wasn't like Ernie Reyes Jr.
In Ninja Turtles 3.
Well, I was thinking The Last Dragon when he was like a teeny tiny.
What about Three Kids Super Ninja Strike Back?
Oh, when are we doing Three Ninjas?
There you go.
No,
That's
not
the
Three Ninjas, Surf Ninjas.
Surf Ninjas.
Three Ninjas was its own thing. Tum Tum, you're always eating.
That guy was not prepared.
Mm-hmm.
This old guy just run at him with a spear. Oh my gosh, she should be burning to death by now. The other guy was like on fire halfway to this point.
There's nothing slower than fighting with a 9-foot stick.
Oh, he's using his hat.
Yeah, I don't blame him. How did he know his name? I do like that.
That reminded me of like when I had the Jabba the Hutt play set and the bottom would.
Yes,
That thing's probably worth $1 trillion fucking by now.
Yeah, I want to do a video one time where I just bring out all my vintage Star Wars.
Oh my god, you're probably worth $1 trillion.
I have the one thing I really want to get back. I actually almost bought one, but it was incomplete. Was the Millennium Falcon? Because remember, I used to have it, right? And it had that big
So
piece.
you still have it?
No, I don't. Because we were
There's
kids.
a Millennium Falcon here.
What?
There is a Millennium Falcon.
Well, there's
here.
tons of Millennium Falcons here, but not that one. I got into a conversation
There you go.
Yeah, I got into that's a perfect way to stop it. I got into a conversation with a guy at a Toys R Us, and we were talking about I was looking at the Lego Millennium Falcon, and he just like sidled up next to me apropos of nothing, and he was like, I saw the Ultimate one, like completely built, the one that's like 10,000 pieces or however much. He's like, it's $900 US to buy it. I'm like, oh man, that's crazy. And I was just like, I'd love to have something like that, but whatever. And he's like, yeah. And then he just starts talking like these weird details. I'm like, oh, you don't have kids. You're here by yourself, just like looking at the Legos.
Yeah. I
Although
wish I
I've
had
been really
that.
jonesing over a lot of like Lego sets. We saw they had the Lego Friends set, and so it's the central
It's-
perk.
I find it crazy that you're talking about Lego sets because I literally last night just went through like every Lego set.
Oh, really?
Yes.
That's awesome.
I have to buy a bunch of Jurassic Park Lego sets.
Yeah.
Oh,
Nice.
you hear that smack? Oh, yeah.
For
she's all
you or for somebody
sweaty.
else?
Not me, for somebody else.
Okay.
I don't
but-
do Lego. It's
yeah.
too much.
Yeah.
It's
I've been
like I
doing.
gotta like put the blocks together.
I
like
built-
read a thing.
yeah.
I'm like, what am I fucking this age to do? Like,
I
fuck
know.
that.
I've been building the Harry Potter.
Somebody
the big Harry
reads
Potter
to
sets.
me.
I know. I've been building all the big Harry Potter sets though with Abby. It's been fun.
Oh, there's cool ones,
They're
man.
really cool. And
Did you ever go? Did you guys go? Oh, yes, you did. You got the wands and everything. That's right. Yeah.
Oh, we didn't go to Harry Potter World. No.
Where'd you get the wands from?
Comic-Con.
Oh, I thought you got them. Oh, that's right.
Oh.
Never mind. Yeah, that's right. That's right. We got to go to Harry Potter Land.
We're gonna go to Harry Potter Land.
When
It's-
Super Nintendo Land opens up.
It's really funny. I would like that very much. I was really funny because I guess you know, we had talked about doing like, oh, you and I got to go to Disney, and she's like, Carrie's like, you can't go to Disney without the kid. Like, there's no way you could do that. And then
Okay, then we'll go to Universal.
that's fine. Yeah. Okay. Cool. No, but then it was funny because her friends were all like, because there's like they have those like marathons and half
Oh,
marathons that go
shit.
through Disney.
Right.
And they were like, oh, we should all go do that. She's like, I just finished telling Joe that he can't go. Like, I can't do that.
She's like, I'm going to Disney.
Yeah.
I
Well,
like that he doesn't run in guns a-blazing.
Yeah.
He's got to stand there.
yeah. This is
Wait
essentially
until, like,
Return of the
the-
Jedi. This is the Ewoks.
Yes.
This is the
The
stormtrooper.
kids have had enough.
Yeah.
Oh, they got keycap shells.
She's in no way
Oh.
interested in freeing those dirty children. There's no way she
She's
has
only
any.
doing it for Indy.
She's like, let's get out of here. No, because I'm sure she still believes that, like, if we ran away.
we could get out of here. Not
Yeah.
even. Yeah. Just give one of the kids the keys and go fight the main guy.
Yeah.
Work it out yourselves. Fuck.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you can't whip them all, bud.
Yeah.
Yes,
I like that some of the kids were brave enough to actually do something.
Oh, here he is. And this is the guy from. That's
Yeah.
awesome.
He's so big, eh? He looks like he's
huge.
much bigger in this.
It's fucking huge.
Yeah.
I don't think Indy's very big though. So all
No,
these
well,
ac-
he's
oh my
tall,
God.
but he's
Well,
thin.
all these actors are not very big.
Yeah.
This guy's
No, but Indiana
Jesus.
Jones, like, where like Harrison Ford is a tall man, like he's
Is
like
he?
6'4" or something. like that.
Really?
Yeah, I believe.
I don't know. I'm
Oh.
gonna say he's 6.
Okay, well that's still not short. It's taller than either of us.
No, it's not.
What?
I am 6 right on.
Okay, so you're the same height as him in that case.
That doesn't make him tall. That makes him my size.
Oh, he's 6'1", so fuck
You're technically right.
you.
Eats me alive
I
inside.
know. That 1 inch. That's like 2 of my penises on top of it.
Like 4. Get him,
That
show
was-
around. Get him.
That
Oh,
was-
fuck.
Oh, that was actually very gentle. Like he could have
Yes, it
choke
was.
slammed
Yes,
him.
he was. You could just went.
So this is
Like
actually
flipped his head around.
This is actually really interesting. So all this minecart shit we're about to see, they built one loop of the minecart that goes around like a fake cave. And then all they did is each time they went around the loop, they just changed the lighting so it looked a little different.
That's hilarious.
So like
I read a thing
it's
that
the
they
cheapest-
wanted this in the first movie, but they didn't have the budget. They didn't have
Ooh.
it, but they've always had the idea of this minecart thing.
Yes, that actually happens a lot because there was supposed to be a biplane
Oh, fuck.
like dogfight in this movie, and they needed to save some money fast. So like George Lucas went to the writers and they're like, "You need to like do some rewrites to cut some money out of the script." They literally removed 1 page of the script and it saved them $1 million because the biplane fight was described on 1 page,
Right.
and it was like that was a $1 million deal.
I don't understand that now that Indy is out of the curse,
Yeah.
or like that he's been burned, that the voodoo doll would still affect him.
Well, voodoo dolls still work. That's the thing.
This dirty little fucking bastard.
It's one of my all-time favorite jokes. There was a guy comedian who has Tourette's, like, and the swearing kind, not like just the tics. Like he has like the fuck shit motherfucker kind of thing.
Yeah.
And he was sitting there, he's like, and he was doing that, and he goes, "I got this way, because what was it? He's like, I got this way because my girlfriend used a vibrator as a voodoo doll." And then he'll be like, shit, fuck the police. Like,
I like that. That's true. That's a good joke.
He's
actually.
really good though. Like he really put work into like working it into his, because he can't control it, so he's got to.
Yeah.
He obviously has to, acknowledge it.
Yeah, I like that totally.
It
was like that guy that was on that one show, that one talent show, and he had something too, and it was his whole act. He would speak really fast.
Oh, yeah.
Do you remember this guy? And then he never did anything afterwards. I'm like surprised he never went anywhere.
It's because sometimes the reality show guys, like those competition show guys, they just like get nothing happens. They really bring what I always found funny. Like, what was it?
Oh my God, he grabs a saw.
Like Last Comic Standing, they used to bring in the good comics to eliminate them so that it would like boost up the people that they pick for the show. Because it's like, oh, we got like all these like really big names, like Jim Norton, all these people that like a lot of people know. And then they're like, oh, but you guys aren't good enough. These are the guys we want. So then you're like, oh, these guys must be really good. And it doesn't always work out. Sometimes it does, though.
Oh, shit.
Things.
Is this the same thing that happened to him in the first one, or is he the guy that he shot?
No, he was the guy who, remember the biplane where the plane was coming around and he got the propeller?
In the yeah.
It's a very similar gruesome death.
Very similar.
Well, because
this
it's
guy
the only one.
This is way worse. I think I'd rather have a propeller.
Oh, that would be fast. That would be
yeah.
You wouldn't even know what happened by the time.
Oh, yeah.
I feel like there'd be more blood.
Oh, yeah, that's true. Of course there would go on. Oh, my God, you bastard. Burn him. Burn him. Yeah. Call him all his ass. Yeah. There you go. I'd take a nice burn mark to be freed. Fuck yeah. That's what it would go. Thanks, man.
What if you just have to
my
ask
skin
if
feels really bad, but thanks.
You're out of the black sleep of Kali.
Ooh.
Oh, so these bridges. So they built this bridge across. Was it this one or is it another one? I think it's another one. But I think there's another bridge they built. But they actually had to build it in 3 locations. They built a full bridge in Sri Lanka, like across a chasm, like a big chasm.
Right.
But I think it might be there. I don't know. But Steven Spielberg was so afraid of heights, he wouldn't cross it. So he had to be driven around. It would take him an hour and a half to get from one side to the other. But Harrison Ford was like afraid of nothing, and he would run across the bridge at full speed. Where do you? That's actually what I wanted to ask. Where do you stand height wise on that? You've got a rickety bridge. Like, it's safe enough because it's been recently built by like engineers and shit like that. But it's still a rickety. You do it.
Yeah, I'd be scared, but I'd do it.
Cross it or run it.
I'd run it.
I would cross it. I'd
fucking run it. No, I'd be so like, I'll just show off to everybody. Yeah. I know where I'd be like, I'm going to show off and I'm going to go across. Yeah.
See, my thing is because I know I would feel that like thing. I'm like, I'm going to cross it, but I'm going to be
the type of motherfucker that's like,
yeah.
And everyone's like, fuck you, Todd. Fuck you. And I'm like, yay, we're going to die. Yay.
Feel my sweet release.
Exactly.
Which is what he says before orgasms as well.
Exactly.
Feel my sweet release. And then he has that face like that skull and he poured the blood out of.
No, it's feel my sweet release, father, and then the face.
Daddy! So all of the sounds of the minecart is actually...
from Donkey Kong.
No. Well, I don't know why I was correcting it like you were super serious that it was Donkey Kong.
No!
No, you idiot. No, it was... They took it, they went to Disneyland and they turned all of, I think it was the Matterhorn. They turned off all of the sounds and all that stuff of the attraction itself. And it's just the roller coaster.
Really?
Yeah.
That's the sounds of this?
Yes. I don't know how many people care about that, but it's something cool. I know about.
No, that's super cool. Fucking A.
Cool. Well, thank you. You're always very
really good. This one you were really good ones.
Thank you.
A bunch of really good ones.
You've been very encouraging about my trivia, and it does well. It makes me want to work hard.
It's good. It's cool shit.
Well, thank you. Let go of the brakes, you little ass. Then
he should have gone to the left anyways, for Christ's sakes.
Then he derails, and I remember I
wonder if Donkey Kong got the idea from this. I truly believe they did.
Probably.
Because it is, the minecarts look just like this.
Well, what's crazy is this is supposedly, and they even did this kind of bending, did they not?
Oh, yeah. Jump and jump, boom, 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 boom. Actually, it's actually that way.
Yeah.
It's that way.
Yeah, sorry.
It's left or right?
Wrong
It's that
way.
Wait, no. Is it that way?
I don't know. It's forward. Is it sideways? Up and down. Fuck, I don't know nothing. Pew pew. But there's
What are
actually
you shooting at, for Christ's sakes?
that was the first ever Lego game I played, was actually the Lego Indiana Jones saga. And I fell in love with those games. They're really simple and dumb, but it's like there's so many little things you have to do that you can play it for a long time without ever like completing the game.
You're right.
So it's like, well, like Harry Potter ones, for example, like you have to go through it, but then you have to be like a dark wizard to be able to do certain things, or you have to like be a gremlin, or not a gremlin, a goblin who has the keys and things like that. So you have to go earn those characters, then go back and do other things to earn other characters, and it's fun. It's just fun, damn it.
I love how, like, these guys.
Yeah.
I would have been like, stop this thing.
Yeah.
And let's get the fuck out of here.
But they're
like,
thugging.
really? Like, what are you going to do? Like, they've traveled for like 2 miles now, for Christ's sakes, on this thing. And it's like, you're going to go back to your boss and be like, we got them. Like, I'd be like, get the fuck out of here.
But remember, they are the thuggy slaves. They drank the blood. It's not like they have like.
There we go. Nope, yep. They're slaves. They're true,
they're brainwashed slaves.
Brainwashed slaves, exactly. Okay, that's very good. I like that.
You. A wizard did it.
Yeah. A wizard did.
Did I do good? This is, again, also for a very, like, you know, for a lack of a better word, kind of like a primitive cult kind of thing. They have a lot of stuff going on. They built like this is an extensive series.
They're
of,
looking
like,
for the
tracks
last 2 stones.
I get it.
Look at that.
But like,
this would be a great ride.
It would be a very cool ride.
And you don't need to, when you look down, it's just a screen or whatever. You know what I mean?
Oh, absolutely.
Like, holy shit! Like,
well, think of like 90% of the rides. Like that was the thing. Like when we were talking about Universal, and you look now, and almost every single ride is just of you being shook in front of a screen.
Right.
So I was like, I'm down with that.
This would be cool if just like you know, when you look down, you're not gonna fall over, obviously, but it's like lava and like. But they can crank the heat up too. Crank the heat up in the show. You're like, holy shit, it's hot as fuck.
The wind's blowing in your face and like.
Well, no. But you're actually moving on a track.
Yeah,
like, you're really doing a roller coaster.
Oh, I see. Yes.
But when you get into the cave, it's hot, and you look down, it's fake lava, and like,
Yeah, I'm fine with that.
Oh, fucking right.
And it would be cool to have multiple cars like that. Imagine being able to look up and see other people on the ride.
Exactly. Yeah.
I'm surprised that nobody ever tried to kind of like figure that out.
I know, yeah. Like, well, now that Disney owns Indy, maybe they'll have like a fucking.
I don't know. It's
Indy's
very
not like the
weird.
hottest property. Like, you can still have the ride.
Yeah.
Like, I'm sure they still have the
They still have the show,
the stunt show, right? So he's still
which
a
I was
draw.
in.
You played short round.
Yes, I was. They just dressed me in random garb, and
that's till Donkey Kong. Boom! Right on the next rail.
Yeah.
Oh shit! It's coming down.
So is short round Diddy Kong because he wears the hat?
He's yes.
Everything's soft.
Dude, seriously, I never even fucking. I'm like, holy fuck, yes.
And actually, the really old Kong, like the really old Cranky Kong, looks kind of like the old shaman that we saw at the beginning. The one you said was Dulcie.
Could totally be Cranky Kong.
We've got it all solved. Although that guy was pretty nice.
No, Cranky Kong is probably Sean Connery.
I'm Cranky Kong. No, because he wouldn't understand the fucking script and he'd say no.
He'd say no.
That was
Big monkey arms. I don't think so.
Well, that was every other fucking like movie. Well, he was going to be in the Matrix, but I don't understand this. I'm going to go do a League of Extraordinary Gentlemen.
Yes.
And like he was going to be fucking.
Supposed to be
he was
going to
be Gandalf,
right?
Yeah, he was supposed to be the architect in the Matrix, and he was supposed to be Gandalf.
Oh, I'm glad they didn't put him in.
Oh, he would not have been a good.
I cannot picture anybody but Ian anymore.
Mm-hmm. He could have made. I could have bought him.
His feet are burning.
Yeah, I could have bought him as Saruman. That's like Spaceballs. Remember when he's got he's got the flat
there
flip?
You go, buddy.
Oh, that's lots of water. This is the same tunnel from Die Hard 3. You'll see.
You look like John McClane's driving the truck.
Yes.
Surfing the truck.
Welcome to the party, pal. What year is this? She's lost a lot of clothes.
Look at her, eh? Yeah. Of course, Spielberg wanted to live the rest of his life. Look at her.
Yeah.
Fucking right.
I haven't seen her lately. Has she kept it tight?
I don't know. Yes.
That's a wonderful
Yes, I think so. Yes.
Cool.
I believe I have seen her recently. Yes, she has. You think you're going to be married to fucking Steven Spielberg? You better fucking keep it tight. Like,
there's
shit.
there's a lot of people who've like been in these like long relationships where you saw like there was like, oh, they married some beautiful woman and they're still together, and they're like, wow, like even Rita Wilson's a good example. She aged very well. She's a lovely lady.
Oh fuck yes, she did.
Like, you know what I mean? And up until she died, John Travolta's wife there, Kelly Preston,
beautiful
right?
woman.
Like,
he has had such a bad run.
Yeah.
Oh my god, his son died, then his wife died, and it's like just him and his daughter.
Then everybody found out about his tuggy.
And everybody, and then everybody blamed him for the death of their
here's
son.
the bridge.
Oh, here you go. This is the most classic scene, I think, in all of Indiana Jones. No, sorry. Number 1 is the ball rolling.
Yes.
Number 2 is this right here.
Yeah. Yeah, the ball rolling is definitely more iconic.
That is number 1. And the taking of the, the... I gotta balance.
But I consider that's the whole scene.
Right, that's the same. This is number 2. Absolutely.
Isn't it amazing though that one of the most iconic scenes in film history? Oh, this is great. Because he goes to do it again. I would have liked for them to be confused. He's like, "What are you smirking about?" He's like, "Well, this worked for me once before."
He's like, "I don't have the runs today, motherfucker."
Yeah.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
That is pretty brave. So anyways, that bridge was built in 3 places though. So the big one was built in Sri Lanka. Then there was another one like for the stunty kind of like hangy things, like where Kiwi Kwan was hanging from the bridge. That was in Elstree Studios. So like he's just full on running there. That one they just walked out and then walked in a bit, but he's actually running on the real bridge.
He's full on in the middle.
Yeah, but some of it's Elstree Studios, and then any of the shots with the crocodiles were shot in Florida.
Right. So this is all whatever studios?
Yeah, Elstree, which is like where they shot like Star Wars and all that stuff. It's a London.
It looks like they're really there.
Well, here they're there.
You gotta
like
be.
the long shot.
Way. Yeah,
but
look at this. Like, come on.
The tight shots where like it's like them like hanging from the things and stuff like that.
Like this looks for real. You tell if it was fake.
Yeah, no, this is
a real big long bridge. Which I always wonder, how the fuck did they put that across like that? Like,
you literally have to like launch something. So basically,
something, catapult it something.
So
and
what
then
you
go
do
down and come up or go around or something.
No, so what you literally from like a modern perspective, I'm sure you'd have to go down and back up in the old days. But like from a modern perspective, they would have built the entire bridge. Then they would have attached something and they would have launched it like with like a harpoon kind of thing across the canyon, and then they just literally like a team would have pulled it up, or a car or something would have pulled it up.
Yeah, but how would you secure it properly?
Well, once you've pulled it up, then you can secure it.
You go there and then dig it into things. Yeah.
Right. So.
Oh shit! There you go. Was that their first shit of the movie?
Yeah, I think so.
He even said, "Oh shit."
Yeah, he should say, "Oh."
They're like, "Oh fuck, he's gonna do it." They're like, "Holy fuck!"
In
look at the titties on it.
In The Force Awakens.
Round,
yeah. In The Force Awakens, he says twat buckets, but they cut it out.
What?
No. When he gets stabbed, when he's like, I know what I have to do, but I don't have the strength to do it. And he stabs him.
Like, what?
He stabs him. He goes, twat buckets, and then gives him the run.
You never know. Maybe he said it, and then you know what I mean. Just said it. You know, like I just said it.
That's funny.
Twat buckets.
That would have been great.
Oh, my back is like.
That's been a fun meme too, is that I know what to do. I don't have the strength to do it. There was a video of a guy, he looks and he has no toilet paper, but then he looks down at his cat's down there and he's like, I know what I have to do. I don't have the strength to do it. Yeah.
See in hell, motherfucker.
Do they believe in hell? What do you do? Well, he said he was going to do it, so don't act totally surprised.
It's weird that this is the last part of the movie.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's like not some big...
Yeah.
Like they did have a big...
Those are all obviously dummies. I'm sorry to interrupt you.
Yeah.
Those are all obviously dummies, but they're all, again, they're programmed for their arms and legs to move in such a way, so they looked realistic as they fell. So they didn't do that floppity flop. Anyway, sorry, go ahead.
No, I just think it's funny that, the movie worked up to this scene, and the last scene is them hanging off this ladder.
I agree.
You know what I mean? He doesn't fight the main guy.
Yeah.
It's this ladder scene, which is super cool.
It is, yeah. This, and I feel like Pirates of the Caribbean 2 took a lot from this as well. Because there was a lot of like this sort of thing going on.
Oh, fuck. Oh, there they are.
I don't like that fight. You know what I would do instantly? I would just jam my leg through. So if I fell, I would be
Exactly.
stuck.
At least you break your leg, but you'd still be there.
Yeah. Yeah, it would be very painful, but
I love the punch sounds.
Oh my God.
Cover your heart.
I don't even know what that is. Oh. Okay, do it. You're just shaking my titties. And that's what that sounds like.
That's what he does to him. He pinches, he's like, and then he falls to his death.
That's actually what really happens. He purple dirples the guy till his chest literally opens up and his heart comes out. Oh, he's reversing it.
Oh my God. And he just to himself. Like,
That's I legitimately didn't remember what happened, and I thought that's what was about to happen, and I was actually going to be a little bit mad. I was like, I don't think. I was like, the same way you can't tickle yourself, you can't reach into your own chest and pull out
rip
your
your
heart.
heart out. Yeah.
This is a good idea, just in general.
Like, see, buddy.
Sacrifice, folks. Oh,
There
that
it goes.
didn't look
I like
great.
the ladder creak noise. It's like.
I don't know why I want the whole ladder to be made of bones. Because that was the thing I really liked.
Each
in
one of them is
Pirate-
like each rung of the ladder is like a femur bone.
Yeah, because like
Right,
in Pirates of the Caribbean 2, like there's no way they wouldn't, like for how close they all were, there's no way he wouldn't have been hit.
I know, this is one of the things in the movies that gets me too.
He should have taken about 30 arrows to the back, given like how accurate they all were. Because they all hit within like a 2-foot range.
Yeah. Of course, or there's got 1,000 people shooting at you and nobody hits you.
Bunch of goddamn stormtroopers over there. They had the first on-set shots from Obi-Wan this week, and the one girl who you haven't seen yet, I don't think, in Game of Thrones. They showed her, and she's in like an Imperial officer's uniform.
Right.
And then there was just another guy who was, you could see he was wearing stormtrooper stuff, but he was wearing he had like a I don't know what, like a poncho kind of thing over top.
Yeah.
Just like to hide. Uh-oh.
Oh, fuck.
Uh-oh. They're falling.
Gators. You're going to have to take it out of the old gator poop. Hold on. Don't be a pussy. Hold on. See?
That was kind of the end of Lord of the Rings.
Oh, my God.
Right?
Oh. Gator feed, baby.
I like that
Gator bait.
I love the simplicity of that. Like, it's all the exact same shots. They keep going back to the one shot they have of the gators. They just reversed it.
Like, holy Christ.
I'm pretty sure several of them just bounced off of him like they were sideways.
Oh, there's Buddy.
Yeah.
It's about time.
Nice. I like that she ducked down like she was like part of the line instead of just falling back. Why are they falling forward if they're getting shot?
They seem to be hitting everybody pretty well.
Yeah.
Let's see.
Well, yeah, and I would argue that a bow and arrow was probably more accurate than a gun back then.
Absolutely.
Like
I 1000% agree.
Like those types of guns at that distance, there's no goddamn way.
He's dead. Indy's done. There's no more movies. This is it. Yeah. End of an era. Poor Indy. Wait. Oh. This is Kalima.
That would have been amazing. He comes up, it's him, it's Molarem in the hat, and he's just like, gotcha.
It's Karen Allen in the hat.
Oh, even better. This is actually, Indy didn't make it, Han Solo came back.
The whole three line one.
Oh, that's the main one, right?
Is that the one they needed? They're like, this is not the one we needed, bud. Sorry.
Oh, it's so funny that you brought this up. They did, as a joke, when they had to do the voiceover stuff, the person doing the voiceover, so like directing the voiceover stuff, got the guy who was doing like voiceover for him to go, "You brought the wrong one."
No way.
Seriously. This was just at like a dailies kind of screening.
So when they listened to it, they were like, "You brought the wrong one, Indy."
And Steven Spielberg lost it. He's like, "I didn't tell him to say that." Like, and he was like, whatever. And so the guy doing the voiceover thought he was gonna get in shit, and then somebody finally explained, "No, we're just screwing with you." He's like, "Oh," and then he was he's like, "Oh, that's a very good joke." So like, it's like he thought that they screwed everything up. These people are all way too old to have these babies.
Like, no, and then Spielberg's like, "Oh my God. The only thing we have is him saying this is the wrong stone. We have to go to the fucking company, get $70 million more and make half an hour more of the movie.
The Spielberg cut.
While he's got the wrong goddamn stone.
The Spielberg cut.
Yeah.
Yeah. But like this to me is almost like the opposite of M. Night Shyamalan's old. Like there were some really old people and like our babies are here.
Did that movie come out?
I don't know if
Is
it's out or
that a
not.
thing? I thought that movie was a joke that computer made up.
It's yeah.
Right? That computer that makes the movie
Yeah,
plots. I
no.
thought that was
No. And it's really funny because like just the way it's presented too. They're like Danny, yeah? What happened? What's wrong? You were 7 years younger 5 minutes ago. Like it was like that's how it's presented to you. I'm like, go fuck yourself.
fuck you.
That's the only thing I liked about Entourage. He was in Entourage and they made a point to make a joke of him.
Right.
Like they didn't like it's not like they shit on him the entire time. They were like, "Look, you're a brilliant writer, blah blah blah." But they're like, maybe we ditch the surprise ending this time. Like, where does she get all the clothes?
The other ladies are helping her out. Like we had this lying around the last white chick that showed up here.
Exactly. Yeah,
20 years ago. It's funny that you don't get like they could still now that they have it. It's Disney that owns Indy, isn't it?
Well, it's Disney owns Lucasfilm. Lucasfilm owns this, but it's kind of weird and tentative as to who owns what. Like everybody owns, like parts of it are owned in ways. Because he did just hit her with a bullwhip.
He knows how to do it lately.
I guess
he's a pro. So, because you could have so many adventures of like him and her for a while, there could be so many more indie movies.
Yeah.
Like you don't need Harrison Ford. Indiana Jones, in my opinion, is going to be like, or should be like James Bond.
See, I agree with you, but I think that they should have done that before Kingdom of the Crystal Skull.
Right.
I think they should have
hired somebody new.
You know who would make both the best and the worst Indiana Jones? And I say best because of look, worst because of acting.
Right.
Scott Eastwood.
He's a terrible actor.
He's a terrible actor, but he looks the part. Like he's got the gruff but kind of charming.
If you could really, I think honestly that Venom would do a good job.
Oh, okay.
What's his name?
Tom Hardy.
Yes.
Yeah.
And I fucking can't stand him, but I think that he has the look. I think he could. They talk about him being the new James Bond. That's bullshit. Yeah. I'm like, maybe the new Indiana Jones.
I took myself through all the Chris's because it was rumored that Chris Pratt was going to do it for a while.
Oh.
And I'm not mad at that. It was right around the time when Guardians came out because he was essentially Space Indiana Jones at the beginning, right? So it was like that kind of a thing. And I'm like, okay, I could see that. And then I just started going through all the Chris's. I'm like, what about Chris Pine? I'm like, yeah, I can see Chris Pine.
Any of the Chris's.
Chris Evans, absolutely. I'll support
Chris
anything.
Teigen.
Chrissy
Awesome.
Teigen, yes. And he's always being followed by John Legend.
John Legend singing on his piano creepily.
They have the weirdest plastic faces, both of them. I know,
both of them, yes.
And I'm just like it's almost like
they do.
It's almost like a dare, like they got really drunk one night and they're like, who can get the most Botox?
It's like in that fucking movie 43.
Oh, yes.
Where it's like Stephen Merchant and Halle Berry, and they're on that date. Yeah. That movie kicks fucking ass.
That movie
is fucking awesome.
It's such a bummer that it didn't get more like love because there's some weird shit in that movie.
He's got the balls in his chin, like Hugh Jackman and fucking Kate Winslet, and he's got like the fucking balls in his chin.
Yeah, it's amazing how many people agreed to do that movie.
I know. Everybody.
Was it Anna Faris with the cat that was like shitting everywhere or whatever it was?
And then like Johnny Knoxville and Stifler with what's his name from 300 as a little leprechaun.
Oh yeah.
He was in like Olympus Has Fallen. All those. Yeah, no,
I know. Everything in me wants to say Clive Owen, and I know that's not who it is.
The other
Gerard Butler.
Gerard Butler. Gerard Butler's this little leprechaun guy?
Of course he is. But that's one of the most all-star casts ever, and it's a movie that most people don't even realize exists.
So offensive and so amazing.
Joe Johnston, the art director of Captain America, the First Avenger, and Jurassic Park 3.
Yeah. He's the guy who directed those.
Yeah.
Oh, no way.
And he was the art director of this. He was big working under Spielberg and Lucas back in the day.
Sweet.
And that's how he got Jurassic Park 3, and he did The Rocketeer, I think.
Oh, fuck yeah.
Yeah. Which I haven't seen that movie since
we should watch that one. We haven't seen that one forever.
Yeah. Like I have literally not seen that in forever. We were talking about doing the Canon one though for a 24-hour stream. We're going to have to pre-watch all those movies.
Oh my God.
Because there's no way I can go into 11 or 12 movies blind.
Well, yo, you still gotta look up all the fucking trivia.
Well, I gotta look
right?
up the stuff, but I have to have context. Like, without context, I'm not gonna know when to talk about anything.
What to fucking exactly? Yeah. Well, of course we're gonna have to. Like, come on.
Yeah.
We've seen all these movies already.
No, but we haven't.
That's the idea.
But I'm saying we'll have to when we pick out our movies, we'll have to watch them soon before the things, right?
Before
like
we lose
like this,
everything.
I remember this movie, so it's like it doesn't take it didn't take that much to do. Oh, that Finley spelled his name wrong. Fuck him.
Fucking bastard.
Man.
Love Finley Jr.
Who else? Patty Blau.
You
Phil
got that
Tippett
good-
also
you got
worked
that
on
good
this.
score, man.
I can't. I'll never, ever, ever get enough of John Williams scores.
He short round. Ke Huy Quan.
Kiwi. It's actually
Kiwi Kwan.
Kiwi Kwan. Yeah.
I like him.
He's actually
the fucking man.
He's under a lot of different names. Oh, we did.
Oh, there's Weber Dan Aykroyd.
Yeah. Yeah, so we weren't paying attention enough at one point when they were flying somewhere. The first flight was
Dan Aykroyd. No shit. Yeah. That's hilarious.
That's great. And that was just because Dan Aykroyd was in 1941 with Steven Spielberg.
Right.
So that's how that came to be.
They're just like, hey, you want to be in the movie for 12 seconds?
And then that actually, it's kind of funny because it gives both him.
I do.
It gives both him and Spielberg extra cred because Dan Aykroyd was in this, which was the #1 movie, immediately followed by Ghostbusters, which was the #1 movie.
Obviously Dan Aykroyd that's doing it.
Yeah,
clearly.
And then Spielberg was in this, that was the #1 movie, followed by Gremlins, which was the #2 movie.
Dan Aykroyd again.
Yep. Dan Aykroyd, you're always doing it.
Even this movie, because it's not like 8 million hours of like people clicking into computer, even these credits are like nothing.
Great.
Nothing compared to fucking.
Oh, God, no. God, no. I have in a wonderfully horrible story that Seth Rogen was on Conan O'Brien Needs a Friend, and he was talking about when he met George Lucas, and he's like he was having a meeting with George Lucas, and George Lucas showed up with Steven Spielberg, and they were sitting there, and then he said something about he's like, "Oh, good, how you doing?" It was 2000.
And he's like the end of the world.
Yeah.
He started talking about the end of the world and blah, blah, blah.
And they were like, is he joking? Like, he's always got that stiff face. They're like, is he joking or whatever? And then, but he was like, Spielberg kept humoring him. Like, yep, end of the world, buddy. Like, it's going to happen. And so they were like, I don't think he's joking and all this stuff.
He's like, sure is there, Lucas, end of the world.
And then Conan was like, you know what? I had a very similar experience with him. I ran into him on the street one time. And I was like, oh, how you doing? He's like, good. And he's like, congratulations on your retirement. He's like, I didn't retire. He's like, yeah, you did. And he's like, no, I'm doing a show on TBS now. He's like, no, you retired. and he's like, and the guy's such a world builder. I'm like, did I retire? Like, is that the reality?
Yeah,
and it was just, so funny.
He's like talking to your ghost that can't get over the fact that, it's over.
Alrighty, guys. That's it for this one. We are coming back next week. I'm looking everywhere because I'm looking up there for the screen, which is bad enough. Okay, but then, our camera's here. This is where we should be looking.
I only look downwards to make sure my dick's still there,
and it's not. I'm not gonna tell you why, but it's not. Let's just say, I was hungry.
His butt was hungry.
Anyways, guys, we're gonna be continuing in 2 weeks with another Summer of Sequels movie. And
movies.
So tune in next week to find out what that movie's going to be, and we'll be talking about all the latest what have yous of what's going on. So until then, we'll see you next week.
This has been Miscast Commentary with your hosts Joe Finley and Todd Murray. Executive producer, Joe Finley. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe to the podcast wherever you listen. Visit www.miscastcommentary.com for all news related to the podcast. Miscast Commentary is a Miscast Media production.